Hey, we're back. A dinosaur story. Yeah, that's right. We are back with more Genshining. It's been a bit. It's been a bit since I've done a proper stream. Probably like a little over a week or so, I guess, because last one would have been the twine boxing. So, how's it going? How is everyone going? How's everyone doing today? I hope you're all doing all right. Cause yeah. Oh, okay. And weird. Camera stuff is being all glitchy. Let's see if I can fix this. Let's just recalibrate this camera. Wow, like the confidence in finding my face is like not there. Let's just try toggling this and see if this helps.
I'm a little
There
out
we
of
go.
practice
There we go.
these
Okay,
days.
now it sees me. Now it sees me too.
Any
Okay.
conflicts around? I'm in the
All
mood
right,
for some
there we go.
peacemaking.
But yeah, I hope everyone is having a good one. Hope everybody is having a good one, and I'm just fine tuning a couple of things. But yeah, it's a good weekend. Was at OdaFest pretty much the whole weekend. We, like myself and my friend group, we do a whole ton of panels. The panels went pretty well overall. The Transformers panel I did went really well. Yeah, now I can start thinking about like the conventions that come after OdaFest, as a crazy person does. But yeah, seriously, no, it was a good time. A good time was had. I got a lot of artwork. Maybe I'll show some of that stuff off on the Saturday stream. Maybe. And speaking of the Saturday stream, actually, let's bring up the stream schedule for this week, shall we? Because yeah, we are doing a bunch of stuff this week. It's a catch-up week. I've got a whole bunch of Hoyoverse stuff to do. Because there's all the Genshin stuff. And and I forgot to mix it up in Stream Elements. Yeah, you can tell I'm out of it. You could tell I'm out of it that I forgot to set up like the tools I need for actual streaming. All right, let's fix this. Okay, there. Now this stuff is up. Now that Mix It Up and Stream Elements are up. Yeah, anyway. So yeah, it was a good weekend. It was a very good weekend. Just for doing panels, cosplaying. Like I was in like Eggman cosplay pretty much the whole weekend. I was in different cosplay. Like you could find all that stuff in my Blue Sky there. Yeah, Friday I was dressed as Eggman. Saturday Friday I was Sonic 2 Robotnik. I was doing Game Eggman on Saturday, and then I did Game Gerald Robotnik on Sunday. And I bought a whole bunch of art too, in addition to just all the panel work and everything. So yeah, it was a very busy weekend. It was a very rewarding weekend. And yeah, so we're doing a bunch of Hoyoverse stuff, and then we're doing toys. We're doing a couple of helicopter combiner limbs. We're doing Death Cobra, and we're doing Blades. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm gonna actually get to, the Blades one's gonna be a big deal because I haven't actually combined the MMC Defense War yet. Like the most I did was like put them in their individual limb modes, and even then I don't think I did that with all of the limbs. So it's gonna be a really interesting stream to finally combine the entire defense org team, like get all the protectobots together. But yeah, let's get back to the game. That's what we're here for, after all. I have been doing dailies in the meantime. I have still been keeping up with Genshin dailies here and there, but I haven't done much outside of that. And we got the new story quest here. We got. So yeah, we've got the Archon quest stuff. Let's start with the Archon quests. Let's start with Archon quest content and head back to Mondstadt. And let's find out which actors are scabs, I guess. I mean, like some of the, yeah. I mean, like it's a whole varying thing. There's like some of the actors, you need money to eat, but there's others that are probably going to be withholding their voice work. So I'm curious to see which ones that'll be. Anyway, start point is over here. I'm just seeing if there's anything I need to do still. But yeah, I really want to just get through a bunch of this stuff. Oh, return to special story mode. Oh, this is new. Oh, they actually put little markers there so that it doesn't automatically put you into the story. That's kind of great. Nice. Let's do that. Let's enter story mode. Let's see where we go. Hmm.
Wow! The city is all decked out! Oh, it's beautiful!
Nice.
Festival season means no commissions, which means no Mora. But Catherine's always looking out for us, so we should still
Yep.
drop by and say hello.
Well, I mean, she's a robot, but yeah, why not? We all know robots aren't people unless they have giant
Greetings,
hats.
traveler. Paimon.
Hey, Catherine! Still doing the whole no commissions during Windbloom thing?
In general, yes. The people of Mondstadt don't delegate their work to others this time of year. But
But
But...
feel free to take a look around. I think you'll pick up on something unusual.
oh,
Take a look around, huh?
oh, it's where is everybody?
It's finally Windbloom. And here I am ruining
It's
everything.
pretty empty for a festival.
You're a bit tired. No big deal. Give it some time. How about doing something fun tonight? We could take a stroll or go stargazing.
Stargazing? Like we'll find a spot. You know people start reserving places on Starsnatch Cliff the moment the sun goes down?
Hmm.
Sorry, I'm just not in the mood. I should go.
Whoa! Something's off with Beatrice. She would never give up a chance to talk to Quinn. This
Yeah.
is weird.
It's weird.
Oh, you're leaving? I can walk you home.
No, it's okay. Thank you. I just need some time to myself. Besides, there's still something I need to do.
Hmm?
The truth is, Quinn, not long ago,
What is it? Is there something wrong?
Never mind. It's nothing. Actually, Quinn, I think we should stop seeing each other for now.
Oh,
Huh? Wait, are you saying we can't be friends anymore?
What's
I
going
thought
on?
we were best friends.
Did you
what's
see
going on
that?
here?
Beatrice ran off without looking back.
Huh?
Oh, we go adventuring in other nations for a bit.
That's crazy.
And one of Mondstadt's best friendship stories is already over.
I can't believe it myself.
So, is this what you meant by unusual, Catherine?
This is just one example. Beatrice has been feeling down for days. But that's not all.
Oh,
Oh, it's the honorary knight in Paimon.
Is something wrong? You don't look so good.
I know a knight should be stronger than this, but I haven't been feeling right lately. I just can't focus.
oh,
I started sleepwalking out of nowhere. Sometimes I'd even wake up in the middle of the night standing in a random location outside.
You should see a doctor.
I
Probably.
did, but all the tests came back normal. The doctor said I'm fine.
okay. That's strange.
Yeah, I even consulted Miss Barbara at the church, but her conclusion was the same. In any case, she was kind enough to pray to Lord Barbados for me to get better.
Oh, that's good.
Is it because I saw something I wasn't meant to see? Sorry, this is for me to figure out. It is Windbloom after all. Anyway, I have patrol to finish. Until next time, you two.
Hmm.
Huh. Is it something in the air, maybe?
Maybe. Or more people.
It
being
appears
infected.
Miss Donna is also out of sorts.
Oh, where can I find a truly fascinating man?
Wait, but Donna is the one who has a huge crush on Diluc, right?
That's what I thought too. But she seems to have changed her mind.
Weird.
Is that Captain Kaya? Huh. Now that I look
Huh.
at him, he's exactly my type. How come I never
heck?
felt this way before?
The heck is going on with romance stuff? I'm flattered, Miss Donna. Although I do wonder whether that was intended for outside ears. Okay, sweet. So Kaya's pro-union. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Kaya.
Oh, no. Of course not. I'm sorry, Captain. Just pretend I didn't say anything. And, have a happy Windbloom.
I intend to, my dear. But first, a question, if you don't mind. Why the sudden change of heart? I was under the impression Master D-Luke was the object of your affections.
Good question, Kaya.
So, you knew about that? Well, Master D-Luke came into the city not too long ago, but when I saw him, it was like the butterflies just weren't there anymore. If I had to compare it to something, it would be like waking up and realizing you're married to a man you don't love.
Interesting.
But then I saw you, and it wasn't that something was different about you. I can't really explain it. It was just a feeling.
Interesting. I understand, and I'm flattered I was able to bring back the butterflies, but I do need to see to some business, so I'll take my leave.
Oh, here he comes. Well, surprised to see us?
And not at all. You are the exact two people I've been trying to find. So, Traveler, Paimon, how have you been? All good. The answer to that requires a private conversation.
Not at
Catherine,
all.
do you mind?
Have fun, you three.
So, you said you were looking for us.
Yes. Jean sent me to find you when she heard you were back in Mondstadt, but let's discuss the finer details back at headquarters. Okay. Ah, paralogism. Let's see where this is going. Alright, let's head to headquarters. Alright, and why do that when I can fly in style? Except not for very far outside of, man. Fine, let's Sonic the Hedgehog this thing. Blue streak speeds by me, he. Too fast for the naked eye. Me, he. Me, I can really move. Me, I've got an attitude. Me, I'm the fastest thing alive.
Kaya, you found them.
Yep, I managed to track them down.
Good. With what's about to happen, it's great to have you in town.
Oh, what's about to...
Whoa, headquarters are packed.
What's going on?
What's going on?
What's going on exactly?
Honorary Knight Paimon. Oh, it's an honor to meet you. I believe introductions are in order?
Allow me. You have Note, Captain of the 2nd Company, Scaran, Captain of the 3rd Company, Eula, Captain of the 4th Company, and me, of course, Captain of the
You're
9th
all
Company.
captains?
That's right. Master Jean is waiting for you inside. She'll explain everything.
Alright, let's go.
Jean!
Traveler, Paimon, thank you for coming. Is everything alright? Ah yes, that would be the captains. You know a few of them already, but I'm sure there are new faces. There have been a number of incidents in Mondstadt. In order to wrap up the case, I gathered all the captains of the Knights of Favonius together to hold a trial.
A trial? But this is Mondstadt, not Fontaine.
I can understand the confusion. You've never participated in one of our trials before. In truth, we haven't had to conduct one in quite some time. The Knights of Favonius oversee most matters of law and order in Mondstadt. Of course, in the interest of fairness, major cases are tried jointly with the Church. Under the guidance of Barbados, the Knights upholds chivalric justice in the spirit of our order, and the Church carries blessings and goodwill wherever the wind can reach. And today's case requires a joint trial by both parties.
Which means it's a serious one. So, do you need our help?
Hold on. The group of people we saw in the corridor right now, just now, there was someone missing. Where's Albedo?
Right! He's the of the investigation team, but we didn't see him out there.
A keen observation, traveler. And that happens to be exactly why I called you here. In the upcoming trial against Captain Albedo, we will do our utmost to understand the facts of this case and deliver a fair and impartial verdict. Wait, hold up. Trial against Albedo?
Albedo is the one on trial? What did he do?
Yeah. What do you do? Jean, it's time. Understood. Traveler, Paimon, come with me. What the heck? Why is Albedo on trial? The heck? Alright, there's Kaya. Please, sit wherever you'd like. I only ask that you remain calm, no matter what you hear. I need to head over there. Don't worry. The trial will be fair. Alright. And now that everyone is gathered, let us begin. With Grandmaster Varka away from Mondstadt for the time being, I, Jean Gunhilder, will oversee today's proceedings. Mr. Dahlia, Deacon of the Church of Favonius, will serve as successor. As representatives of our respective organizations, we will ensure a just verdict in this case. Oh, there's Rosaria back there.
Oh, that's a new face. Deacon of the church. Does that mean he works with Barbara and Rosaria?
Probably. And the defendant in today's case is the captain of the investigation team, Albedo. Albedo? What did you do? Certain aspects of this case are classified, and it remains uncertain whether the alleged victims are citizens of Mondstadt. As such, this trial is not open to the public. The identities of the victims are still unknown? Strange. If guilt is established in this case, all facts will be made public after the final verdict is delivered. Now, the captain of the logistics company, Miss Hertha, will present the charges. The court appoints Mr. Kaya to speak on Mr. Albedo's behalf. Are both parties ready to proceed? Yes.
Ready to proceed.
Miss Hertha, the floor is yours.
Prior to this trial, the Knights of Favonius, in conjunction with the church, launched an investigation into Mr. Albedo for suspected murder
What?
and unlawful disposal of human remains.
What? I'm sorry, what?
Murder?
A witness stated that, 11 days ago, in the middle of the night, she saw the defendant southeast of the city gates, dragging a large object she later identified as a human body.
Okay. But what?
No. There's no way.
Yeah, what the heck?
We now call that witness to the stand. Beatrice, please tell us what you saw.
Ah, no wonder she's in a mood. She saw a body. Beatrice, so is that what she was trying to tell Quinn earlier?
Well, I was out late that night on business. And when I came back, I saw someone in the moonlight that looked like Mr. Albedo. He was dragging a huge bag of some kind. I thought it was strange, so I followed him. Then, there was a sudden flash of golden light. The bag opened, and inside there was a body.
Was this an
Mr.
alchemy
Albedo's
thing?
vision allows him to manipulate the ground with ease. So he buried it, and then removed any traces on the ground. Before he left, it seemed like he looked in my direction. Maybe it was just my imagination, but I was terrified thinking he might kill me too. Luckily, he didn't see me.
I now turn to the defendant. Describe your whereabouts that night. I was working in my office on the second floor of the Knights of Favonius headquarters. Oh, that's right. The next day, the defendant submitted his latest environmental report on the Dragon Spine region. Considering the length of the text, it must have taken a considerable amount of time
Can
to
anyone
finish.
attest to the fact that the defendant was working in his office that night?
No.
Then the length of the report is not a sufficient alibi.
Yeah. Sucks, but
this
not wrong.
isn't looking good.
If the crime did occur, as you described, then what about the body? You mentioned the joint investigation. Well, was the body recovered?
Not yet.
What? I'm sorry, what? That's like... You're doing a trial without evidence? In other words, you dug up the location Miss Beatrice described and found nothing. You don't find that suspicious?
I know what I saw.
Yeah, seriously, what the hell?
I'm telling the truth, Miss Hertha, I swear. Also, didn't you say that speaking out would help protect the people of Mondstadt? Otherwise, I'd never put myself out here like this.
Yeah, there's no evidence. How do you...
You're doing the right
hearsay.
thing. Besides, the investigation wasn't fruitless.
Oh?
A single man's shoe and a torn piece of fabric were found in the bushes near the crime scene.
That's still not...
The
That's
same
circumstantial.
location the witness described. If no crime occurred, then is all this just a coincidence?
That's purely circumstantial, though, Hertha. And yet, no victim has been identified, correct?
It's true. No one has been reported missing. However, Miss Beatrice harbors no ill will toward the defendant. Her testimony clearly points to a crime, and she has no reason to lie.
That is true. Does the defendant wish to say anything in response? You may believe otherwise, Miss Hertha, but I did not kill a single person. As a knight and the captain of the investigation team, I have a duty to protect Mondstadt and its people. You accuse me of murder, but there's no body or motive.
The defendant raises an important point.
Yes.
Motive.
Duh.
Yet, I must be frank, not all murders are premeditated. Spontaneous conflict can also have unforeseen consequences.
Yes, but motive matters.
Nevertheless, I don't intend to prosecute this case on circumstantial evidence alone. Which brings me to the second charge against Mr. Albedo.
Second charge?
Second charge?
Yeah, what? Please, proceed.
7 days ago, at dawn, a witness saw the defendant dispose of the body of an adult male in the area between Dragonspine and Dawn Winery.
Oh?
I now call the second witness to the stand.
Second witness?
Wait, that's...
D-Luke Ragenvender. Oh, D-Luke? Please, tell the court what you saw. At around 3:40 in the morning, I saw Mr. Albedo dispose of a body beneath the cliff. It was dark, but he used the power of Geo to illuminate his surroundings. From what I could tell, it looked like the body of an adult male, tall and thin, but I couldn't make out the age. He buried the body underneath the cliff and smoothed out the ground to remove any traces.
We now have accounts from two separate witnesses that describe the same modus operandi. Would you call that a coincidence?
No, that's, yeah, still circumstantial, but... I would only inquire as to what Mr. D-Luke was doing in that area so early in the morning. Not the most opportune time for a stroll. Is there such a thing? Dawn Winery is my home. It's not unusual for me to take walks in the area. I just happen to be in the right place at the right time. That's all. Master D-Luke is a well-respected figure in Mondstadt. I see no reason for him to frame Mr. Albedo. Yet, the question remains. Where are the bodies?
Before you suggest a lack of evidence, Mr. Kaya, you should know. After the defendant left that morning, the witness found this where the body was buried.
Huh? A box? And this is... what looks like the teeth and femur of a human. Now, it does beg the question, if the burial is fresh, why is this all that remains of the body? But I suppose Mr. Albedo is the only one that can answer that. Careful now, Mr. D. Luke. I do believe I hear a presumption of guilt in there somewhere.
These remains suggest an accelerated rate of decomposition. Considering the defendant's profession, there's reason to suspect that alchemy is at play here. Both witnesses saw golden light, a known byproduct of alchemy. That's how the defendant destroyed the bodies. The light also explains how the witnesses were able to get a clear view of the events in the dark.
Okay. So, that's your angle. Alchemy. A logical assessment, but we have a witness of our own. The afternoon before the alleged second murder, Mr. Albedo had a lengthy intellectual exchange with his student, Sucrose. The two were in the library until the next morning. Why did the discussion last so long? Miss Sucrose was presenting the results of her research. She noticed some flaws in the data, and insisted in reviewing her calculations until the next morning, with Mr. Albedo present. That's right! We were in the library together.
You're certain Mr. Albedo was present the whole time?
Yes, and I know Mr. Albedo would never kill someone. He could never be that cruel. I think this goes back to how there was that double of Albedo that we saw in that earlier event.
Nevertheless, the other witnesses have no reason to lie. Tell me, Miss Sucrose, that meeting in the library, were you awake the whole time?
Oh,
I do hope you can be truthful with us. It concerns the safety of countless Mondstadt citizens. A crime like this cannot go unpunished.
I mean, she's not wrong. I'll take it from here. During our meeting, Sucrose did fall asleep not long after midnight. It's all right, Sucrose. You don't have to lie for me. This is a sacred place of judgment. The truth is paramount. Mr. Albedo. I see. Then I'm afraid your alibi cannot be substantiated. Do you understand? Yes. I know claiming innocence without proof isn't enough, but the prosecution's argument has its own holes. There's been no mention of a motive or what exact method could reduce a human body to those remains.
No conclusive evidence of guilt. But the witness accounts do match to an extent that can't be dismissed. This is a tricky one.
It is.
Allow me to submit another piece of evidence. The investigators intercepted one of Mr. Albedo's correspondences.
Okay.
I will now read the pertinent parts to the court.
A correspondence? Oh no. That envelope does look like it belongs to
I
Mr.
have never
Albedo.
abandoned the subject of human research. In fact, delving deeper into Dragonspine has led me to realize that the concept of life could be further expanded and transformed into that of birth.
Okay.
The mystery of human birth is often linked to death. As such, death is the most suitable material for the creation of new life. To that end, we must engage in a process of putrefaction and refinement.
Oh. Putrefaction and refinement.
Is that in reference to an alchemical process?
The letter continues. Experimental trials have been carried out in the northwestern part of Dragonspine, in the area southeast of Mondstadt's main gate. The data is as expected.
Oh?
Just as you endeavored to do, I too shall take up the path of creation and break through current limitations to reach a new realm of living beings.
I trust the investigators have confirmed this to be the defendant's handwriting, and that the letter makes more than passing mention of putrefaction and refinement.
Correct. Not to mention, the locations indicated in the letter match both crime scenes. What more can we trust than the defendant's own words?
No, it can't be true.
Yeah. I can't believe it.
A guilty verdict cannot be delivered without sufficient evidence. In order to protect all parties involved, that is what our principles demand. My original assessment was that we lacked said evidence. But But now, it seems the only remaining questions are the identities of the victims and the specific alchemical process used in this case.
Okay. Then we are in agreement. The evidence is conclusive. On the charges of murder and unlawful disposal of human remains, the court finds the defendant guilty. The people in attendance appear shocked. No one can believe a kind and well-mannered person like Albedo could commit such a crime. Jean stipulates that those unsatisfied with the verdict will have time to submit an objection or appeal, but most appear hopeless in this moment. As you watch Albedo being taken back to headquarters, you get a strange feeling that something hidden is about to come to light. It all comes back to the letter, a secret that you and Albedo know all too well, but the people of Mondstadt have yet to discover.
Why would Albedo do something like that? Oh, this has to be a nightmare.
Albedo told me his secret once, that he was a synthetic human created through alchemy. Could that have something to do with this case? But what? Following in Reindatter's footsteps just because he's an alchemical creation? That would only make him more suspicious. Well, this took a turn for the worse.
Rosaria! Oh, when did you get here?
She's been here the whole time, Paimon. I've been here the whole time. I happen to have a message to pass along. For us? Yes. You're needed at Star Snatch Cliff. He's waiting for you there.
Who is he?
You'll know when you get there. Go on now. Time is like the wind. It waits for no one. Alright. I guess we need to go to Star Snatch Cliff. Yeah, let's review. Okay. Shadows amidst snowstorms. Review. You and Paimon went to Dragonspine to ask Albedo, who was conducting research there, some questions about alchemy, only to encounter a series of strange events. Strange, soft noises echoing through the mountains that could not be traced, the ransacking and theft of alchemical notes at the campsite, Albedo disappearing after a chat outside a cave, but having no memory of the incident. At the same time, Eula encountered Albedo elsewhere on the mountain attempting to lead a child away, and he attacked Eula upon being discovered. You were able to confirm the presence of a mysterious figure impersonating Albedo. A running battle ensued, ambushing and being ambushed, hunting and being hunted. In the end, Albedo eliminated the giant mutant Whopperflower posing as him, yet there were more than 2 people wearing that face on the mountain. Yeah, I thought so. I figured it was going to come back to that.
Strength is one of those things where you gotta use it or lose it.
I had a feeling we were going back to that whole thing. So let's keep going. Let's explore.
Time to roll. Hup. Headbutt.
Yeah. Let's go up to Star Snatch Cliff.
Running late again.
Let's keep going. Oh, is the treasure nearby? I just figured I would arbitrarily try that, but I didn't expect to actually find a chest. So let's grab that chest. Treasure! Oh. Oh my god, it's a hidden chest all the way back here.
So shiny.
Oh, and more treasure. Nice. I was not expecting to find treasure. Let's get the treasure. I know that this area is not nearly... I don't have everything explored, but still. Nice. Not bad. What are we at now for Star Snatch Cliff? Yeah, still 95% okay, yeah. go back up there to where we came from. Let's keep going. All right. Rolling around at the speed of sound. Oh, more treasure. Got places to go, gotta follow. Go. Jeez, I just keep distracting myself looking for finding treasure, don't I? Can't stick around, got to keep moving on. Only one way to find out. Where is the chest over here? Where is it hidden? Is it somewhere quite near? It's on this level, so it must be over behind. Oh, there it is.
So shiny.
Alright, let's go back up to where we were. Alright, let's get back up. Right.
Hurry up, Brassa.
Yeah, what are we at now for our percentages? Yeah, still 95, okay. Alright. Oh, hey, it's Venti. Ah, traveler, Paimon. I could hear your arrival upon the wind. Were you looking for me?
Venti, did you send us that message?
I'm honestly not shocked that a lot of the Mondstadt characters do not have voices, because a lot of those are fairly established voice actors, and they're all people who are going to be striking. So, yeah, that is like, I'm not surprised whatsoever. And I'm going to also pour more tea while I express my lack of surprise. Let's see. Warm this tea up. Probably boil more water while I'm at it. Let's boil more water. Let's boil more water and then let's keep going with this. Right, warm the tea and oh, let's do that too. And then yeah, let's get back to this. Did you send us that?
No,
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, Dahlia.
Whoa,
Interesting.
where did you come from? Wait, Venti, do you know this guy? His name is, what is his name again?
Interesting.
Didn't think I was that unmemorable. I'm Dahlia, Deacon of the Church of Favonius and Herald of the Animo Archon Barbados. Not gonna forget next time, right?
So you called us here so we could meet with Venti?
That's right. I noticed you during the trial. The legendary honorary knight. You seem to have a lot of thoughts on your minds, so I thought we should have a chat.
And what, you know that Venti is Barbados?
After all, I am the Herald of Barbados. If the people of Mondstadt are in danger, I should keep the Animo Archon in the loop.
Ah, so you do know his
Wait
secret.
then, you know about...
About what? The fact that my tavern-hopping nomad of a friend is Barbados himself?
Don't worry. Dahlia and I are close. He knows everything. Besides, a god needs someone to communicate their will in a formal setting, and no one does that better than Dahlia.
Not that I saw that coming when we first met. But back to the matter at hand. I believe you two already know about Albedo's background.
If you mean his true identity, then yeah.
So, you know too, Venti? That's surprisingly Archon-like of you.
Well, I knew from the moment my daughter and Alice brought Albedo to Mondstadt. When those two are in town, no one can afford to slack off. The Crater Prince, a perfect specimen of synthetic life. At this stage of the case, there are countless questions surrounding Albedo's motive. His true identity is a potential
A
weakness.
synthetic being loses control of their sanity and goes on a killing spree. That's how a novel would frame the story, and people are inclined to agree.
Albedo has told us before that humans often value the ordinary over the transcendent and miraculous.
And the slightest difference is perceived as other.
Yep.
A very common phenomenon.
Not wrong. Which means we need to find a way to help your friend. What do you know, Andy? Me? Well, I know that Albedo's a synthetic being, and that a lot of strange things have been happening in Mondstadt, even though Windbloom should be about drinking and having fun.
We noticed that too! The minute we got here, something was off.
Yeah. It did seem off.
I've picked up on most of those too. Miles is out of sorts. Beatrice seems anxious. Although I didn't know Donna stopped being interested in Master Diluc.
When no love remains for the songs to tell, the world becomes naught but an empty shell. Cruel is said fate, it may be, were it not for a hero who could set us all free.
What are you getting at, Tone Deaf Board?
Oh, just making a comment. There were always unavoidable trials in life. At least, that's what Barbados would say. A certain someone is going to need to overcome a trial like that. In such cases, even the Seven know better than to tamper with fate. If only there was a brave soul willing to aid their friend in his time of need. Should he meet a terrible fate, all of Mondstadt could be worse for it. Yeah, good point.
If you wanted our help, you could have just asked, you know.
Yep. Well, if Albedo wasn't at the center of this case, protecting Mondstadt is part of being an honorary knight, right? You'll still have help, of course, which is why I prepared a little surprise. Behold!
Ooh! Hyman remembers that Jumpy Dumpty!
Oh, please, Jumpty Dumpties. Don't worry, I removed the fuse, so it's not going to explode. Say hello to the Dodo communication device.
So, this thing belongs to you now?
We're old pals. Don't think she'd care if I borrowed it for a few days. Anyway, this invention, with a little help from a trick of mine, will allow us to keep in touch. Just take it out and we can chat. We'll do our best to uncover the truth. That's all I ask. No matter what comes, you'll have the wind on your side. Alright. Okay, so let's go back to headquarters, I guess. Headquarters are all the way over where? I mean, I'll probably just teleport back, but... No, actually, hold up. There's still a lot to explore here. I'm gonna... Let's long wait this for a second, just... run some random treasure chest searches. Let's do a few random treasure chest searches on the way back. Shall we? Shall we? Sonic, he can really move. Sonic, he's got an attitude. Alright. going. Alright.
Running late again.
Nice. Go back to HQ. Oh, I'm about to pass out. Yeah. Alright. Well, let's just go in the door.
If I could pull it out.
Another meaningless day.
Transfers of supplies must be reported.
Alright, there we go. We're back here. Back at the Knights HQ. Oh no, it's up there.
Let's fly. Take me up.
There we go. Alright, let's go back in. I'm going to grab my tea while this is loading. And then we'll keep at this. Alright. There we go. Let's see. Do I need to go back outside? Okay. I guess I do. Oh, I need to trigger this. Interesting. Alright. There we go. I know you all must be shocked, but the evidence is solid. Albedo's situation is not looking
I still
good.
don't believe Albedo would do something like that. Using living people as alchemical test subjects? It's like something out of a novel.
Yeah.
Perhaps it's best for me to remain impartial, but I've worked with Albedo before. He's an alchemist, not a sadist.
Mm-hmm. This version of events is as hard for me to accept as anyone, but Varka once said Albedo is very different from the rest of us. Perhaps there are things we still need to learn about him. Let's see what Albedo has to say for himself first. Would you mind giving me a moment, everyone? A private matter requires my attention.
Team.
Traveler, Paimon, perfect timing. Kaya has a favor to ask. Like Jean said after the verdict, we have time to submit an appeal, and I will do my utmost to convince Albedo to accept. He's been acting strange, and I can't read him for the life of me. But I need you two to start investigating the case. Yes, it's also time for you to get involved. Oh, do you want us to join the joint investigation? No, we'd like you to launch an investigation of your own. I'll continue working on his defense in the meantime. If you find anything that might help his case, just let me know. I know it's against the spirit of the season to task you with this, but Albedo is a trusted member of our ranks. We owe him the benefit of the doubt. Yep, understood. I know you'll get to the bottom of this, Traveler. You've never failed us in our time of need.
But what if the accusations turn out to be true?
Then, you will have done Mondstadt a great service all the same. I'm expecting a retrial. Until then, you're welcome to have a look around Albedo's office on the second floor. I'm counting on you. Alright. Detective work. Let's see. Do I need to dig up Phoenix Wright music? bum ba 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 bum 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 ba 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 bum 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 bum
Wait,
bum.
Captain Kaya! Surely I can't just.
These two are here on Jean's orders. She asked them to investigate Albedo's
Oh,
office.
in that case, head on in.
All right. That was easy.
So this is Albedo's office. Pretty much exactly how Paimon pictured it.
All right. I have some work of my own, so I'll leave you to it. Good luck, you two.
Right back at ya.
All right, let's investigate. Let's look at the desk. But first, let's sit down, and then let's investigate. There we go. Actually, let's... yeah.
Alright, let's see what we can find.
Oh, cool. We got a whole bunch of stuff to look at. Research notes. Albedo's notes lie on the table. They resemble the ones you've seen before, but the contents are different this time. As always, the penmanship is impeccable, careful, and neat, with a certain elegance in its uniformity, much like the man himself. One of the notes reads, "Putrefaction should be regarded as a counter-simulation to the process of life, like a highly efficient and destructive spell of rot. Upon use, the target will decay within an extremely short period of time, turning into dust that is nearly invisible to the naked eye before dissipating into the air." Okay, so if you use that, that's actually not helping his case. There's a test tube on the shelf with some black powder residue at the bottom. Next to it lies a neatly written note. Chalk is the next stage after soil, but the current available materials are still insufficient to construct a stable structure.
Nope, no idea what that means. Not sure if it's too hard for Paimon or too hard for anyone outside this line of work.
Yeah, probably that. Okay, what else we got? We got a box on the desk. A lockbox sits on the desk. The latch bears signs of wear, suggesting the importance of whatever lies within. The box likely remained locked most of the time. But now, the lid remains wide open, as if the owner was forced to leave in a hurry and didn't have time to lock it. Perhaps the letter intercepted by the investigators was once stored here. The remaining contents shouldn't hold much weight as conclusive evidence, but you still get a strange feeling after reviewing them. In elegant penmanship, the letter reads, "In addition, I do happen to have some information on the subject of our last discussion. The materials and arcane formation required for human transmutation." Oh? The formations in these records likely originate from the Conrian art of Chemia, but relevant documentation has not been well maintained over time, so I cannot guarantee there are no errors or omissions. As thanks for your past assistance, I've enclosed the records with this letter. But that does not mean I support your pursuit of this research. Ethics aside, I'm not convinced it's even possible to create a human whose existence is identical to our own. The idea that the dynamic of creator and creation could exist within the same species is cause for concern. Now, the signature belongs to an unfamiliar name, one that also appears on an alchemy book nearby. You skim the preface and learn that the author is an old and accomplished alchemist. The person is likely a friend from Albedo's academic circle, someone who owed Albedo a favor, but who also urged him to refrain from conducting dangerous research.
Human transmutation? Is Albedo seriously looking into that? Ooh, Paimon doesn't want to think about that.
It doesn't look good, but this letter can't directly prove that Albedo did anything. Besides, a technique like that must be too dangerous to share with the public, right? That's why it wasn't brought up during the trial. Alright, let's see. We got just the book left. There's a stack of books on the desk, mostly relating to alchemy, environmental science, and life science. Some of the pages have been marked with alchemical symbols, and others have S-shaped or triangular symbols drawn on them. Any potential meaning is unclear.
Wow, these books are so fancy. Albedo must have gone to great lengths to get them.
Yeah. Oh, underneath the book. After moving the book, the desk looks almost empty. Your hand slipped while moving the book, causing the hardcover book to strike the desk. And the resulting noise is a bit unusual. It's subtle, but to an experienced adventurer, it sounds too hollow. Almost like there's a compartment within the desk. Oh, let's see. Is there anything else here or just underneath the desk?
Wait, it looks like there's a hidden compartment under the desk.
There does appear to be a compartment added to one side of the desk. It was very well hidden. The lock mechanism is complex and seems to involve environmental power in some way. Perhaps you could try using the power of Geo. The hidden compartment opens. Inside lies a piece of paper with more information. Let's look at the paper. Festering is also a manifestation of rot. When festering forces and a sufficient amount of life energy collide, the two will repel each other, triggering a powerful side effect. When I tested this in an alchemical experiment, the results of the refinement were startling. Breaking through the shackles of life, the simulation of the blank project, I must take advantage of this opportunity.
The name of the project is blotted out in ink. What could it be?
Interesting. The note mentioned festering forces, which suggests that Dragonspine could be involved somehow. If this has something to do with creating synthetic life, would Albedo go that far for one of his experiments? No, that can't be. Amid the notes is a map with a few markings on it. 2 of the marked locations correspond to the crime scenes, and the third appears to be in Dragonspine. Oh, interesting. Well, that's curious. So there's one over there in Dragonspine. It's a hard pill to swallow, but if the results of the joint investigation are correct, there could be a body hidden in that last location, or at the very least, what remains of one.
Huh. What does this mean? Oh, do you think something might also be buried at the last location? Alright, that seems to be it for this place. We should go tell Jean what we found.
Interesting. Dodo! Dodo! Dodoko!
Oh, Vent is calling! Let's answer!
How's the investigation going?
Oh,
Find
we
anything?
found stuff, alright. Stuff that only makes Albedo look even more suspicious.
I see. So, Albedo's researching something that doesn't help his case, huh? You share what you learned with Venti. Not promising. We should be grateful Albedo's true identity remains hidden. If it gets out that he's one of Rhindaughter's creations, well, there'd be no separating him from her past. As we both know, Rhindaughter's approach to alchemy and ethics was pure madness, and the evidence you just found, let's say it could convince even those closest of him to his guilt. Perhaps even you. Yeah, it sounded like him. And then it comes down to trust. Do you trust Albedo? I don't know, but I want to.
Yeah, he's our friend. We should keep the faith. And if he really is the culprit, he must have had a reason, right? Maybe he's just not allowed to talk about it. Yeah, that must be it.
Either way, a fair investigation means coming to a conclusion presented by the facts. Does that mean even Venti no longer believes in him? Remaining objective has its own value. Remember, none of this is your fault. Just report back with an honest assessment of the facts.
Yeah. Well, let's go find Jean and tell her what we learned.
All right. Oh?
Wait, that's Miles. What's he doing here?
Oh?
Oh, sorry. I heard voices and wasn't sure if I should check who was inside.
It's okay. We're here on Jean's orders.
Yeah.
Ah, I see. I'll, leave you to it then.
Hold on. You didn't hear what we were saying, did you?
Oh, not really. Nothing that made sense anyway.
Well, do us a favor and just forget anything you might have heard, okay?
Oh, sure. You got it.
That map we found in the hidden compartment seems important. We should check out the marked locations.
We should head over the Dragon Spine and check that out. So let's head over the Dragon Spine and check that out. And I am going to plug my headset back in because it needs charging again. Just bear with me while I plug it in. Plug it in, plug it in. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so let's go to the location on the map. It's just up here. Alright, let's head up.
We should be getting close.
Oh?
Oh, look over there! Something seems off.
Let's look at the ground. Although everything is covered in snow, as a seasoned adventurer, you notice a spot on the ground that is quite different than its surroundings. You remove the snow and find a sizable hole underneath, large enough to fit a human body. Alright. But the hole is completely empty, and the surrounding markings make it look like something was dug up. Did an animal do this? Or some monster?
Weird. There's a hole, but no body. The prosecution's argument is that Albedo used alchemy to destroy the bodies, but this location is different from the other two. Why not fill the hole, or smooth out the ground like the other places?
If one person did all this, then why not remove the traces like the others? And if Albedo isn't the one responsible, why was this location marked in his notes? Alright. Let's see. You're back. Did you find anything?
Yeah, but none of it helps Albedo's case.
You tell Jean about your findings from Albedo's office. I see. A complicated result, but your efforts are appreciated. Did Albedo submit an appeal? Yes, he asked for a retrial. There are still questions surrounding the identities of the victims and the disappearance of the bodies. The minimal remains that were uncovered have been sent for forensic analysis, which should provide some answers. It's just...
What's wrong?
Yeah, what's wrong? If the victims turn out to be Mondstadt citizens, the situation becomes all the more serious. The second trial would likely have to be open to the public. And I doubt public sentiment will be in Albedo's favor.
Yeah, not when the charges are so serious.
Alright. The second trial is set to take place in 2 days. I hope you consider attending this one as well.
Of course, we'll be there. In the meantime, we should all just stay positive.
Yep. Keep smiling. Well said. When the time comes, I'll carry out my duty to the best of my ability. Oh, he's still hovering around. Miles. That's not suspicious at all. Why is he hovering around? Why are you hovering around, dude? Let's see, anyway. Let's do that, and then let's wait until 2 days later. Alright. Let's do the time warp again. Let's just jump to the left and then jump to the right. Let's see. There we go. Alright, let's see.
We should meet up with Jean. It's about time for the second trial.
Yeah, let's go talk to Jean. Where's her office? Is it through here? Oh, there it is. Let's talk to Jane. Ah, you two. Let me know if you're ready and we'll head out. Yeah, I'm good. All right, follow me. Okay. Let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now convene for the second trial against Mr. Albedo. I, Jean Gunhilder, will once again oversee the proceedings. Let's see, what's this here? Representatives on both sides remain unchanged, and Mr. Dahlia will continue to serve as assessor. Miss Hertha represents the prosecution, and Mr. Kaya speaks on behalf of the defense. The defendant in this case is Mr. Albedo, captain of the investigation team. With that, I now bring this trial to order. Alright. Miss Hertha, have the investigators made any new discoveries?
Yes. We sent the teeth and the femur bone found at the scene to the church's medical office, and were able to conclude that these are, in fact, human remains.
Okay.
In addition, the investigators were able to identify several Mondstadt citizens who appear to have been missing for quite some time. Forensic analysis of the remains allowed us to pinpoint the age and gender of the deceased. Interestingly, one of the missing individuals matches that profile to a T.
Oh. Oh, fun. Spam bot. Okay, let's kill you. Let's kill the spam bot. Yeah, alright. Where is my thing? Where is my thing? Let's block a bot. Let's block a bot, shall we? Where's the button for that? Let's ban that guy. Yes. There we go.
The medical office couldn't spare the personnel, so Miss Rosaria is here to present the results to the court.
Okay, let's find out what the results are. Hanselman, male, 46 years old. Marital status, single. Occupation, hunter. Consistent with the conclusion in the last trial, his disappearance went unreported, likely due to his lack of relatives. In addition, medical records show that he sustained a mechanism-related injury to his leg 3 years ago. The damage on the femur bone Mr. D-Luke found is consistent with such an injury. Therefore, we can conclude that one of the victims in this case is Hanselman. A specialized technique was likely used to accelerate the rate of decomposition.
Is it reasonable to assume this technique to be alchemical in nature?
Alchemical or magical? Both are possible.
Thank you for your testimony.
The identity of one of the victims is now confirmed. But what about the defendant's motive?
Considering what he wrote in the letter, we can deduce that the defendant needed subjects for an alchemy experiment. Who better than individuals whose disappearance would go unnoticed?
Yeah, pretty much.
In other words, he sacrificed the good people of Mondstadt for his own gain. A truly vile act.
Yeah, that is.
In addition, another witness has agreed to testify. Miss Donna, if you would.
Another one, huh?
Wait, Donna from the flower shop?
Oh.
I'm sorry it took so long for me to come forward. But the night Master D-Luke saw Mr. Albedo, I was there too.
Oh? What?
I was camping with a friend and we decided to stop near Dragonspine. I couldn't really get comfortable that night, so around dawn, I decided to go for a walk. And that's when I saw Master D-Luke. I thought it might be nice to, chat. So I headed in his direction and then I saw it. Someone at the bottom of the cliff was getting rid of a body. I was terrified the person might see me. Even after I fled, I couldn't shake that fear. And I started to wish I never had a crush on Master Diluc in the first place. If I hadn't wanted to talk to him, I would never have been in that situation. Well, I didn't want to come forward because I was scared. But Miss Hertha convinced me it was the right thing to do.
It is, but...
I'm sorry it took me so long.
I see. Just stepping forward was brave enough, Miss Donna. The court thanks you for your courage and commitment to justice.
Yes. Thank you.
The two witnesses corroborate the same sequence of events. That just leaves the question of how the defendant disposed of the bodies.
I believe the answer lies in the alchemical technique mentioned in the letter. The defendant is the most accomplished alchemist in Mondstadt. He has the skill, no question.
A special investigator also uncovered some relevant evidence on the subject. I will now present it to the court.
Wait, does she mean...
The evidence we found in Albedo's office. The following are pieces of evidence uncovered in Mr. Albedo's office. The most important of which is this map. Let's see. Yes, the map we saw earlier. This map was found with the defendant's notes. The markings correspond with the description of in the letter and the locations of the crime scenes. Does this map belong to you? Yes. Were you the one who marked these locations? Yes. You do realize that's basically an admission of guilt, don't you? The evidence against you is nearly insurmountable. No. Since you uncovered that compartment, I might as well expound on the matter.
We have witnesses and physical evidence. What could you possibly say in your defense?
What I always have. I never killed a single person.
Ugh, you have some nerve. Saying that when the evidence is stacked against you?
Miss Hertha, you've presented a meticulous and convincing case. I'll give you that. But I will not admit to something I didn't do.
So, what? You're just going to bombard the court with excuses?
That's a rather dismissive way to refer to an innocent man speaking in his own defense. Besides, I'm not making excuses. I'm exercising patience.
That won't make the charges against you disappear, Mr. Albedo.
Perhaps not, but patience comes with its own reward. It's easy for things to remain buried in snow until someone comes along and brushes it away. Albedo seems serious but unfazed. Does that mean he really didn't do anything untoward? He mentioned brushing off the snow. Is that supposed to be a hint? If it was a hint, then it must have something to do with Dragonspine, which reminds me, one of the locations marked on the map was found in Dragonspine, wasn't it? Traveler, you were the one who uncovered the notes, right? Then I'm assuming you visited the third location marked on the map as well. Yep. Could you tell us what you found? Yeah? You nod your head and give an honest account of the scene you found at Dragonspine. Whatever was kept in the hole was gone, and the surrounding area bore the markings of an unknown creature. With everything covered in snow, no one knew there was something to discover in the first place.
Then, There must also have been a body.
I need to think about this. What clues am I missing? Let's think about this. Second marked location. The second marked location is between Dragonspine and Dawn Winery, where Diluc saw Albedo bury the body of an adult male. Diluc described nearly the same events as Beatrice. There's no reason for them to collude against Albedo, so their testimony should be trustworthy. Diluc found teeth and a femur bone at the scene, and Donna confirmed his version of events because she was also there that night. The two should have no reason to set Albedo up. Despite her crush, Donna wouldn't lie about something like that just to get Diluc's attention. Not to mention, Donna has been acting strange since before the trial. The first marked location is near Mondstadt. Beatrice saw Albedo use alchemy to dig a hole and bury a body there. A single men's shoe and a torn piece of fabric were found in the bushes nearby. Taken together, this evidence seems to suggest that Albedo killed someone and concealed the body. The third marked location is in Dragonspine. We only knew about it because we found the map in the hidden compartment. During our investigation, Paimon and I discovered a hole beneath the snow, big enough to hide a human body. There were also claw marks around the outside, but there was no body or any remains whatsoever. According to the forensic results, the teeth and femur bone belonged to a Mondstadt citizen, and the witness accounts suggest that Albedo was the last person to come into contact with his body. Did Albedo really use his alchemy to reduce the body to a few bones, and does that mean he's the killer? I wonder. Yeah. Both those had bodies. Oh, the differences between the marked locations. Albedo marked these 3 locations on the map found in the hidden compartment. There are some similarities and differences between them. Based on what we know, all 3 locations were likely used to hide bodies. The holes dug in each area certainly seem big enough. But unlike the first 2 locations, there were claw marks around the hole in the 3rd location, and no witnesses saw anything happen there. Dragonspine is home to all manner of monsters and wild animals. Could some kind of creature have dug up the body? But why wasn't that the case in the other locations? The marks didn't look fresh, which means the hole at the 3rd location has been there longer than the other 2. But if the hole at the 3rd location wasn't made around the same time, does that mean it's connected to a separate incident? Oh. Okay. Oh, Albedo's identity. What do we got here? Most people know Albedo as an alchemist and captain of the investigation team. But in truth, he's the Creta Prince, a synthetic human created by one of the 5 sinners, Gold Rhine-Daughter. Albedo is steadfast, intelligent, and treats everyone with kindness and respect. I think most people would agree with that assessment. He's also a calculated thinker. It's fair to say that if he did commit a crime, it would likely be well concealed. Up until now, Albedo has never displayed any ill will towards humanity, and he also still seems like his normal self. As his friend, I shouldn't reveal the truth about his identity. That would only make things worse for him. Dragonspine has a frigid climate and is covered in snow all year round. Even so, it's home to various monsters and creatures that can withstand the cold. Deep within the mountain lies the remains of an even more mysterious creature, Durin. Although the dragon has been dead for a long time, he still possesses a peculiar life energy. Now that I think about it, a lot of strange things have happened on Dragonspine. Oh, what's this here? Oh yeah, the encounters. I almost forgot! Paimon and I once encountered someone on Dragonspine who looked exactly like Albedo. And we weren't the only ones. Wait a second. Someone who looks exactly like him. I'm guessing Albedo has a plan. So, I should help him out, but what does he want me to do? Announce a break in the case? No. I should play it safe. Since I made an honest assessment of the facts, I should be honest about my doubts, too. It's only fair. Besides, I think I understand what Albedo was trying to tell me just now. Yeah, that it's a double that is like another creature that looks like Albedo. I'd like to address the court, if I may. I was the one who investigated the office, and I believe the results raise a few questions. Regarding the two cases addressed in the previous trial, it was established that after disposing of the bodies, the defendant used alchemy to restore the ground to its original state. But that wasn't the case at the third location. The hole was still there with dirt scattered around the perimeter. It looked more like something had been dug up. If this was all done by one person, why wasn't the third one seen given the same treatment of the others? Why weren't the traces removed? In addition, the markings around the third location weren't fresh, which suggests that the Dragonspine incident happened at a different time. For those reasons, I still believe there's reasonable doubt in this case, and I hope the verdict reflects that. Thank you. Astute as ever, traveler.
Questions there may be, but allow me to point out, there is no evidence to suggest that anyone besides the defendant knew about the third location, and the map was found in his notes.
Yep.
That fact alone makes him the most plausible suspect, unless Mr. Albedo suddenly plans to deny that the map belongs to him.
Allow me to respond to the traveler's point. If all I cared about was proving my innocence, I would indeed do as you described, Miss Hertha, and deny any connection to that map. But that is not what I intend to do. The map does belong to me, and I did hide things at those 3 locations.
What?
Oh. There were indeed bodies at each location, and I did kill and bury someone on Dragonspine. Oh, was that the double?
Ha! So you admit it. Let the record reflect that the defendant has confessed to his crimes.
No, he hasn't. You're mistaken, Miss Hertha. The story doesn't end there. Some time ago, I encountered an uninvited guest on Dragonspine. Someone who wanted to take advantage of the deserted nature of the region to eliminate me in secret. His desire to kill me led to an altercation where I killed him instead and buried the body on the mountain, the 3rd location marked on the map.
Actually, the traveler Amber Bennett and I were with Albedo that day.
Yes, that thing.
The Adventurers Guild was holding an event on Dragonspine. After it ended, we all left the area. If the person Albedo is referring to is different from the one we encountered on the mountain, then the altercation must have occurred after we left.
This only proves that the defendant is guilty on all counts. Those innocent people.
No, not really.
Their blood is on your hands.
It doesn't really prove anything. No, you're wrong.
You deny it? After admitting to murder for the whole court to hear? You've clearly lost your mind.
If you would let me finish, Miss Hertha, I could get to the important part. The man who attacked me on Dragonspine was my height, with blonde hair and blue eyes, dressed in clothes nearly identical to mine. So, someone who happens to look exactly like you? Exactly like him? So I was right. It does come back to what happened back then.
It's one thing to look similar, but for the clothes to be the same?
What's going on? I don't want to be here anymore.
Regardless, the important thing is that you admit to killing someone on Dragonspine.
Yeah, but again, yeah. Yes, I killed someone that day. Someone who looked nearly identical to me. But I never said that someone was a person. I see. Then, it appears I need to withdraw my testimony.
What?
Everyone! I brought her!
Oh?
Wait, you...
The person who just came in, isn't that Hertha?
What? Well, what's going on?
Who are you? Why do you wear my face? Hello to you, too.
What? As you can see, this is Hertha, the logistics captain of the Knights of Favonius.
I see what's going on here. It's all been leading up to this, hasn't it? Your confession. It was all an elaborate stunt to set me up. You want to undermine my credibility? Fine. It doesn't eliminate the mountain of evidence stacked against you. All I want is justice for the people of Mondstadt.
Order in the court. I've been stationed on Dragonspine all these years because that is where the subject of my research lies. The dragon, Durin. Several hundred years ago, the dragon of the East, Dvalin, defeated Durin in battle and, with help from Barbados, sealed his remains on Dragonspine. Durin was created through alchemy, one of the finest specimens of artificial life. As such, death was not a true end for him. His heart still beats and grows more revitalized by the day. My imposter on Dragonspine was a failed specimen abandoned in Durin's stomach. An unsuccessful iteration of the homunculus project.
Homunculus?
Are you trying to insinuate that I'm some kind of... homunculus? Because it looks to me like the artificial one is standing right there. Some kind of imposter you dragged in from Dragonspine. So this is what I look like when I fly off the handle. You know, they say imitation is the best form of flattery, but your impersonation has overstayed its welcome.
Oh?
Master Jean, what are you waiting for? We've known each other for so long. You recognize the real me, don't you?
The two of you look identical, but judging based on demeanor, the new arrival actually seems more like the Hertha I know.
That means nothing. By that logic, I could just as easily accuse the albedo in this room of being an imposter.
Yeah, you could.
How do we know he isn't the fake one? A cold-blooded killer who replaced the real albedo long ago.
No, that's a good question.
Then, how about something only the real Hertha would know? The longest scar on my body. The knights who fought alongside me that day should remember where it is.
Oh?
I remember. Let's hear your answer.
I'd like to hear Miles' answer first.
Oh?
Huh?
Huh?
You don't know? Or you don't remember? I heard you've been acting strange these days.
Oh, yeah, he was
Disoriented,
spying, yes.
Confused. You were closer to me than anyone during that battle. And yet you don't remember a thing. Strange indeed.
No, my head. It hurts.
More doubles?
The scar is right here.
Why the nerves? I can't imagine this comes as a surprise. Unless your informant in the Knights of Favonius failed to mention the scar on Arthur's left arm.
Albedo has done a lot of research into beings like you. If you deny it, then show us your arm.
No need to panic. You can just add it now. You excel at changing your appearance, don't you? Or, I should say, all spawn of Durin's life force have that ability. A powerful life force, an appearance you can change at will, yet here you stand, formless one, paralyzed to act. Because you're worried that using that power could affect your accomplices. Accomplices? Then Miles must be one of them. There are others too. Most of the beings under the influence of Durin's life force have gathered here, and yet their presence is what impedes her from taking action. Once you attempt to transform, all who surround you will be affected by your power. You can't control it because, in this network of living beings, you serve as the core.
Show us your arm. Ugh! Have it your way!
Whoa!
Huh?
Come on, let's go.
Oh. Oh my god, they got a lot of people in here. Wow. She's trying to get away. Stop her. Don't let anyone stand in your way.
There are others trying to get in. Must be more people under her control.
Time to get moving, everyone.
Whoa! She just leaped across the room!
After her!
It's time. All units move out. Third company, keep on the imposter's tail. We finally have a chance to talk, but before I explain the events of the last few days, I'd like to make a few things clear. First, I never killed any of my fellow citizens, and I never used human remains as part of an alchemical experiment. Second, the events of the past few days were all part of a plan. Most of the members of our order were in on it. As for the witnesses, Master Diluc picked up on the situation long before today's proceedings. Huh. Indeed. Follow me. Okay, interesting. I didn't expect it to quite take this way. Oh my god, a whole bunch of monsters in Mondstadt? What? They are all monsters from Dragonspine. An attack is imminent, but fear not, we've been preparing for this. We've been monitoring the resurgence of Durin's life force. Its festering nature agitated these monsters. We knew it was only a matter of time before they advanced on Mondstadt. And so, we made preparations for an inevitable battle. I was hoping you two could join me and provide assistance in the battle to come.
Of course. Where's our first stop?
The top of the city wall. Alright, well, let's go and do that stuff. Was not expecting a monster attack.
Master Jean, headquarters should be secure for now. We responded in time and had enough manpower. We can even spare some for mobile support across the region.
Nice. Good. Our intel suggests that the monsters from Dragonspine could be disguised as Mondstadt citizens, so be sure to exercise caution. Oh, and my divination revealed that there are also regular people under the influence of some strange power. Not all of them are monsters. Yes, so, For those people, the aim is subdue, not harm. Before you attack, make sure you figure out what we're dealing with.
Understood.
Alright, let's see what are the optional objectives. Go do those. Let's go do the optional objectives, because why not? Oh hey, it's Venti.
Hey, Venti!
Shoot! Someone's coming. Help me! Please! Someone help me!
What's with the freak out? It's just us.
Ah, perfect. I can drop the act. Sorry, thought you were regular citizens. It's about time. I think we can proceed as planned. Mm-hmm. I agree. Although it's been a while since I've dealt with something this big, it's going to be pretty exhausting. Don't worry, I'll treat you to a drink for your trouble. Haha, just what I wanted to hear.
These two know the other's identity then?
Yeah, people can make new friends when we're not here. Monsters started surging in from Dragonspine during the trial. They soon became agitated, likely in response to the core coming under pressure. Still, I never expected these monsters to have become this advanced. The power of evolution cannot be underestimated, especially considering the fact that Deering absorbed the previous imposter.
Wait, so what about the map? And the missing bodies?
What the witnesses saw was true. I did hide those bodies. As I monitored the situation on Dragonspine, I noticed that many who ventured there came back different. Some were under the influence of Durian's power, but the less fortunate ones had already been devoured by monsters, who then assumed their appearance to infiltrate the city. Most of those who were replaced had no close relatives, so when their behavior changed, there was no one to notice. The monsters who used the disguise to get close to people. I eliminated 2 who had attempted to attack.
What about the remains Diluc found? Did they belong to one of the victims?
Yes, the monsters slowly digested their victims. Sometimes, they even left behind body parts to aid in the transformation. All that remained of the first victim was a few strands of hair and, second, some teeth and bone. The only bodies Albedo destroyed were the monster's mimic forms. Then, he buried whatever remained of the victims to put them to rest. Well, someone had to do it. Besides, I managed to gather some valuable data on the putrefaction of the bodies. After we defeated that doppelganger Whopper Flower on Dragonspine, we promised to tell each other a story, remember? The story of a gardener. I'm glad. Then, you remember what I told you about Subject 2? In her pursuit to replace Subject 1, he transformed a Whopper Flower into Subject 3. So yeah, another imposter. Yes, that would be Subject 2. I confronted him and buried his body on Dragonspine. So you see, at one point, there was something hidden in that hole you found. But Durin is becoming more revitalized by the day. Under the influence of his power, the monsters dug up Stomach 2's body and returned it to Durin's stomach. Durin absorbed the failed creation along with his knowledge and way of thinking. Ever since then, all creatures spawned from his power have had the ability to transform their appearance. Humans who venture in the Dragonspine for too long are also bound to fall under Durin's influence. But those effects don't show themselves right away, and the extent to which a person has been affected is hard to perceive. You saw it for yourself, don't you? All the people acting strange. Those are the same people who just tried to break into Knights of Favonia's headquarters. Durian's power remained dormant within them until, finally, it surged to the surface and seized control. That was also our goal. If we could force a situation where the imposter had no choice but to unleash that power, all those under its influence would become violent, and thus we would know who was affected.
So, what do? We can't go around hurting innocent people.
Yep, we can't. That's why I'm here. It'd make me look bad if I just lazed around after promising to help. We'll use the power of Animo to restrain them for now. That should give the knights a chance to subdue them without harm. A specialized team will deal with them later. Alright, that's the long and short of the situation. It's time to activate that thing, right? Mm-hmm. So, if there's little secrets other people shouldn't know, my identity, for example, keep it to yourself, okay? Alright, this should do it. Huh? Spell?
Wind currents? Paimon's never seen this many.
There should now be wind currents across the whole city. Everyone, can you hear me? Loud and clear. All units, what's your status?
All good. We have enough manpower to provide support. Requesting assistance at the side gate. Heading over now.
Whoa! It's long-distance wind communication! How is that even possible?
It's all thanks to Lord Barbados. With this blessing, we will succeed in defending our city. Actually, if you face away from the current and whisper like this, no one can hear you.
No wonder you're crouching down there like you have something to hide.
You didn't have to broadcast that.
Huh? That voice. Venti? Is that you?
Oops.
Oh, you know, just a wandering bard calling for help. Thank goodness the traveler Paimon and Albedo found me. Got me out of a tough spot. Ah, right. Now that you're okay, we should check on the status of the other areas. Thanks, friend. May the Animo Archon protect you. I've got things covered here. Alright, let's go. So we got Sucrose there. We got Kaya there. I don't like being in the middle like this, especially on a bridge. Oh, look who it is. Rawr! Get back! That was a close one. I suppose thanks are in order, Master Diluc. I appreciate the help. No need. I didn't interfere to save you. It was for my own convenience. You were in my way. Oh? Well, let me get out of your hair then. I suppose we could work together, but you would just melt my ice anyway. Suit yourself. All right. Tell me, when did you notice something was off? The first trial. Ah, because of the fake Hertha? No, because of you. Me? What did I do? My defense wasn't passionate enough? No, you weren't nervous enough. Tell me then, Master Diluc, when do you think I actually get nervous? I suppose we'll see, won't we? Monsters, incoming! On second thought, best not to think about it. More monsters.
Cool it. Oh, so sorry. Time for retribution. Yeah. Freeze.
Oh, another one.
Don't get frostbite. Burn. Damn you. What's the cool it? Verdict is freeze.
Let's use a quick item there. I need to heal up Elu because he doesn't go down. Let's use this.
This one will be frozen in time. Time for retribution.
There we go.
They're over there! Dilu, Kaya!
If you had time to make it out here, I'm guessing the other areas are secure?
What? We can't be here because we care?
Maintaining control over the main road means maintaining control over the battle as a whole. You made the right choice.
So what's the status over here?
All under control, don't worry. My trusty civilian volunteer and I have this area covered. I think you mean the man who held the title of cavalry captain before you. We don't have to bring that up. Well, keep up the good work. We'll go check on the status of the other locations. Good luck. Oh, and I wanted to thank you for what you said in court. If I'm not mistaken, you were on my side by the end. Ha! Believe me, he's had his suspicions since the first trial. I suppose it just doesn't feel right to believe that someone who helped me in the past could be a cold-blooded killer.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Thank you for trusting me and choosing to fight alongside us. As for you, Kaya, good work. As always, we'll see you soon. Of course. Of course. Stay safe. Alright, let's keep going. Official. Oh. Okay.
I'll protect us.
Alright, let's heal the wounded. Alright, let's hurry up and wait for this to recharge. I'm gonna go make more tea while this is happening. Hold on, I'm gonna go make more tea. I need reboil water. I need to have another tea bag I can use. Cause I'm low on tea right now. I'm low on tea bags. It might actually, probably not gonna be like fresh tea. It's probably just gonna be that I'm making, just like reusing the tea bags from last time. So it'll probably be more like hot water, just flavored hot water than tea. But I want something to drink. So let's get back to this while the water is reboiling. Oh, let's get back to this and let's... Alright, you should be on the mend.
Thank you so much, Miss Barbara. Things are still quite chaotic outside. It's best if you all remain inside the cathedral for now.
Makes sense. You're not rushing back out to the front line, are you? You still injured.
Don't worry, Miss Barbara. I'll try not to put myself in harm's way. I can help with the logistics from the back.
Well, maybe we can give you a hand. As you said, the situation outside is chaotic. Injured parties should not be left unattended. There are others here who need to get back to the front lines, so I'll escort you all myself. All right.
Of course. Thank you, Miss Rosaria.
Just doing my job. I'll leave the cathedral to you then, Barbara. You can count on me. I don't really know how all of this started, but I do know that Jean and the others have been preparing for this for a very long time. So, I think everything will be all right. No, it has to be. Did I catch you at a bad time, Barbara? No, not at all. Did you need something? I just wanted to tell you that over the next few days, a lot of things are going to happen in Mondstadt. Attacks and fighting, so I need you to take care of yourself. Huh? How do you know? Albedo warned us in advance. It has something to do with Dragonspine, and he's our authority on that region, so we should take him at his word. Dragonspine, huh? So the city is going to be in danger? Yes, but the Knights of Favonius will do whatever we can to protect the people. But then, who will protect you? Don't worry. I'll look out for myself, I promise. Please, let them be okay out there. Sister Barbara, could you lend me a hand? Of course! Coming! Alright. Down to Mona and, oh, and Noelle, too. Nice. Oh, and Bennett. Okay. And there's Amber. They're here. Prepare for battle. On guard, everyone. Incoming monsters at 11 o'clock. Looks like we've got 25 Hilichurls, 2 Blazing Axe Mitachurls, and a bunch of different slimes. Prepare elemental countermeasures. Roger that. Roger that. Hold up, I'm gonna just steep this tea with these older tea bags. I really need to pick up more tea tomorrow on the way home. I need to go buy more tea on the way home. That is on my to-do list. I've got to pick up a bunch of toys too, actually, but I also need to do tea. Yeah. Although if I'm picking up toys, depending on which way I'm going home. Let's see. Anyway. Let's see. Fend off the monsters, eh? Okay. Let's... Oh, there's more over there. Okay. Let's head over. And take up more of these guys. Oh, whoa! Whoa, we're getting a raid! Hello! Hello! Hello, Elise Chateau VT. It's me, it is General Techno, your friendly neighborhood amateur antagonist. How is your night going? How has your night been going? I just need to do a shout-out thing here. Let's see. Let's give you a shout-out. But yeah, how has your night been going? We are just doing new Genshin stuff still, because I have not had a chance to start on any of this stuff there, just because of being busy with, I was busy with a lot of convention prep stuff over the last couple of weeks there, So a lot of my streaming fell by the wayside. Let's do a quick shout out. But yeah, what were we playing beforehand? What were we playing? I'm curious. What was on the docket? Let's see now then.
Go, Baron Bunny!
Anyway.
No escape!
There we go.
Hey!
Oh, Bramble the Mountain King. I can't say I'm familiar with that game, honestly. I'm curious now. 'Cause yeah, I've never heard of that game. Let's do this. Yeah, maybe I'll switch to Mika. Yeah, we were just doing some of the new Genshin Archon Quest stuff. Okay, so I guess for him, let's just jump down and take these guys out with melee.
Now's our chance.
Not so hard!
There we go, they're down. They're down. Yeah, sure, yeah, by all means. Yeah, like, self-care is important. Self-care is very important, so yeah. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the well wishes. But yeah, I hope your stream was good. I hope you have a great night. Let's see.
Oh, jeez, your voice scared me just now.
So for context in this event, for where we're at, there was a whole trial going on against Albedo that was kind of a, they were kind of doing it as a fake trial almost, because they're being infiltrated by shape-shifting monsters.
What?
And now we're in the final act of that, where the monsters are actually invading.
I thought you knew about the plan.
Well, after you up and disappeared one day, all Master Jean told me was that you'd be gone for a while on an important mission, and that it'd be better if people thought you were dead. And then, what do you know? Someone who looks exactly like you appears out of nowhere 2 days later. If Master Jean hadn't told me about your mission, I would have fallen for it hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, that's quite a scary thought. I get chills just thinking about it. A monster replacing someone close to you, and you're none the wiser. Yeah, again, full props to the Mondstadt voice cast for being Union strong here. It sucks that we don't have English voices, but I mean they're in the right for not doing voices here, so. Don't worry. Once this is over, these monsters won't be a threat to us again. Albedo, are you okay? The trial wasn't too hard on you, was it? I'm sorry I couldn't be there. I was so worried. Same here. I thought it was all real at one point. I was in complete shock. So, you didn't know, Amber? Then it seems Eula did an excellent job at keeping the situation under wraps. And no need to worry, you two. I'm no worse for wear. That sounds like Eula, all right. She's like an impenetrable wall, that one. You're not getting a secret out of her.
For sure. She's someone you can really count on.
Okay.
Wait, so how did you decide Hertha should disappear again?
Yeah,
After all
that's
this
true.
fighting, I can't seem to get it straight.
Yeah, how do you know to have Hertha do that? It was Kaya's suggestion. He said the plan would work best with someone well-known and reputable without being too high-profile. Naturally, Miss Hertha was the perfect choice. We needed to leave a hole in our organization, so she came up with the idea that she would disappear. So that explains the rumor that someone had fallen during the mission. Of course, it didn't take long for that to get resolved. No, because the imposter fell right into our trap. It was all part of the plan. First, we spread the rumor that Hertha was missing in action after some kind of incident. The news came from Kaya and Hertha's direct subordinates, which was important because we needed it to be credible. The imposter saw the gap in our ranks and couldn't help but take the bait. It didn't take long for the fake Hertha to appear on the night's patrol route, claiming to have survived her mission.
When did that happen?
Over 6 months ago.
Oh my god, 6... What? What? You've been, like, fake dead for 6 months? Oh my god.
So this has been a long time
What?
in the making.
Seriously, good lord. Yes, and our enemy was more meticulous than we expected. Monsters have been searching for Hertha's body in order to protect the imposter's identity, which is a more advanced way of thinking than Subject 2. So, we had to wait long enough to convince the fake Hertha that she had our trust. Furthermore, we needed to give her time to gather evidence against me and convince herself she had enough to strike.
How did the Knight's internal information even reach Durin and his monsters?
There's an informant among our ranks.
Oh? Miles? Don't worry, Barbados already tracked her down. She doesn't have his blessing, so she can't hear what we're talking about right now.
Honestly, this whole situation almost gave Paimon a heart attack.
Who's the spy?
Accusations in the first trial, and you couldn't even defend yourself.
Who's the spy, I wonder? It was to be expected. I couldn't just reveal the truth. It had to be at the right moment, or it would have given the imposter even more fuel to use against me. She would have demanded to know how I knew about Dragon Spine and the monsters in disguise. And if my true identity got out, the public's trust in me would be gone. It was a trap, you see. Argue back and expose my origins, or keep my mouth shut and be seen as a murderer. Credit where credit is due. It was well thought out.
Yeah, thank goodness we were able to back her into a corner.
Indeed. And I have you to thank for that, Traveler. You probably don't know it, but you've been a part of the plan since the beginning. Yeah, what? And for that, you have my sincere apologies. I know I kept you in the dark, but I had a reason. This might not sound intuitive, but I did it to make the plan even stronger. From the beginning, I knew I had to leave the letters in my office for a fair and independent reader to discover. Someone willing to seek the truth. Naturally, I thought of you. I knew you would return for Windbloom. I knew you would agree to attend the trial, and I knew your sense of responsibility and justice as an honorary knight would compel you to start your own investigation. The fake Hertha, Subject 2, has met you on Dragonspine before. If she thought even you had lost faith in me, her confidence might get the best of her. The perfect time for us to strike. Albedo's right. You were part of our plan from the start. I hope you don't take offense at our decision to keep that from you. And please, don't be too hard on Albedo. He was just doing his best to look out for Mondstadt. Enough people were involved in the plan as it was. We had no other choice. The Honorary Knight and Paimon will always be friends of Mondstadt. We will never forget that.
Aw, that means a lot.
Alright. Yeah, thanks for thinking of me. It is us who should be thanking you, Honorary Knight. Alright. So what now?
Wait, was that you just now? Let's go to the side gate to check it out.
Alright, to the side gate mobile. Oh wait, there's optional objectives still. Let's do those optional objectives, because why not? Side objectives. Let's do all these let's do these side quests, because why not? Oh, there's Diona. These darn things are more annoying than disgusting booze hounds. Albedo, Traveler, if you run into anyone who needs a safe place to wait this out, feel free to send them to the Cat's Tail. I'll be here to watch over things so the tavern will be safe. Thank you, Diana. We'll be sure to do just that. Alright. Let's keep going, and... Okay, another side quest is over here. Diona, let's see. Oh, there we go.
Gotta say, when I saw you on the side of the road, I
Huh.
thought you were hurt. Not about to whack me in the head.
I'm surprised Christina V's still voicing stuff
Oh
for this.
gosh, I'm so sorry about that. I was trying to run away, but I just couldn't keep going, so I pretended to be unconscious. Thought I could at least land a surprise hit on a monster that way.
Right, because she's
I
a
get
former
it.
bandit.
That's a pretty common tactic. Oh, Traveler, Albedo, you're here.
If you're looking for somewhere safe, head to the Cat's Tail. Diona is sheltering people there. Anyone who needs
Got
help
it.
is welcome.
I'll take her there right away.
Yeah, seriously, I'm a little surprised. I'm surprised Christina V's still voicing stuff in this. Huh. Alright, let's... Where are the other side quests? There's one over here. Captain Albedo, honorary knight. Focus on the battle. We've got your back.
Burst forth. Coming to be. Witness my great undertaking.
As a good knight should. I must leave no stone unturned.
There we go. Those guys are dead. Thanks for the help. That was over a lot faster than I expected. I'm sure you have places to be, so don't let me keep you. Rest assured, I'll keep the people around here safe. Be careful out there. I know victory will be ours. Let's see. What next? Alright, we got one more side quest, and then we'll go to the side gate. Alright, let's see. What do we got here? Ah, cutie, it's you. Here to take some weight off our shoulders?
It's you.
Good work, everyone. We're here to help. Alright.
Burst forth.
You're in for a little shock.
Coming to be. Live.
Alright, no, those guys are down. Phew, it's been a while since I've unleashed my lightning during wind
It
bloom.
happened a lot before?
Unleashing lightning on people? No. Once in a while? Maybe. It sure feels good to let loose, though. Huh. My old professor even wrote to me about that a few days ago. Of course, I made sure to emphasize that I always treat others with kindness. It's only natural for a student to inherit their teacher's ways, after all, and mine was a gentle old man from the Spantman School. So you see, this time, I only used gentle methods of electrocution. So gentle, even Jean would have no reason to intervene.
Gentle electrocution.
Gentle electrocution. You seem to be in good spirits, Miss Lisa. Ah, well, it's good to move about every once in a while. Alright, let's see. So, we gotta go to the side gate now. That's all the side quests done. Alright, I am going to... Let's get here, and then I'm gonna go refill my drink. Let's refill the old drink, and then we'll keep going on this. Again, it's gonna be more so... It's more proper tea. I don't have any more tea bags. It's just gonna be like hot water, more or less, with a little bit of flavoring, but that works. If it works, it works. Let's see, so let's sit down again.
It's all my fault. I knew Clea was fast, but disappearing like this...
Oh my god, Clee's
I
running
only
off
lost
and
sight of
blowing
her for
things up.
1 second. How am I going to explain this to Albedo?
Explain what?
Oh.
Albedo, Traveler, Paimon, what brings you here?
We're providing mobile support across the region. Was there something you needed to explain? You can tell me anything. I hope you know that.
Yeah, plus we kinda already heard what you said, so...
Yeah, just tell us. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Clea, she disappeared right under my nose. I'm sorry. I'm doing all I can to find her.
She's probably just blowing up enemies. I see. Please, don't beat yourself up. Clea is...
Something's coming this way, and it doesn't look pretty!
Oh. Alright, fighting first, conversation later. Alright, let's do this.
She was right next to me, and the next thing I knew, she ran off somewhere. I swear I only lost sight of her for a second.
Clea is known for her speed, don't worry. She's a knight in her own right. She can protect herself. Oh, there you are. Clea's here to help.
Crush.
See, kids are fast on their feet. Oh my god.
Bombs. I see what you mean. She was not to be underestimated.
Jumpty Dumpty go!
Burst forth.
Okay, that guy's down. Toxic Clea and Eula. We won! Great work, Clea. I'll be counting on you to protect Eula next time, too.
Albedo, you can't be serious.
No problem. Just leave it to Clea. Are you going on patrol, Mr. Albedo? Clea heard you went camping for a few days, and these monsters followed you back home.
Camping. Ah, right. The truth isn't suitable for little ears.
Yeah, he was burying bodies. That's right. So I need to report back to Master Jean to settle my expenses. If you have some time, I'm sure Eula would be grateful if you escorted her back to headquarters as well.
Of course. I place myself in your capable hands, Spark Knight.
It would be an honor. Clea will do her best. Alright. Okay, so let's get back to Mondstadt. Back to the center of Mondstadt. I think we've routed the enemy for the most part. But let's find out. I think they're all routed though. That should be it for now. Good work, everyone. How did we fare injury-wise? Good. Our preparations paid off. Injuries are far and few between. I have the full record here. Wonderful. I'll review it in a bit. Everyone all right?
Amber?
Yep, right as rain. We're back. Clea kept Miss Eula safe the whole way. That's amazing, Clea. Eula was lucky to have you. Looks like we're still missing a few. Reporting back, Master Jean. Mission complete. Good to have you back safe and sound. And great work, everyone. This operation could not have happened without you all. Your leadership is what made it possible, Master Jean. It's been a busy few days. You should take a well-deserved break. I will. But I believe you deserve one most of all. My work isn't finished, I'm afraid. I have a few loose ends to tie up. Loose ends? Yes, of course. We can talk about it back at headquarters. The Traveler and Paimon should be there too. Alright, everyone who's finished their work should head back to their quarters or to the church to get some rest. Want to come with us, Clea? We can drink some tea and eat some freshly baked moon pies. Yes! Yes! Hi, everyone. Venti, thank you for everything. I know there were difficult moments along the way. Well, wait. Does that mean you saw me running for my life? No. Apologies. Just forget I said anything. Just kidding. But you're right. It was tough out there. I almost lost my hat to the wind several times. Any notable information on the wind? Of course. I was out on the city wall for quite some time. I heard all sorts of things. As for something notable, well, I picked up on anxious voices and a child's anger. Durin has been isolated for centuries, but absorbing Subject 2's emotions allowed him to understand certain truths about this world and his existence, including the fact that he's no longer Mother's only child. Or her most perfect creation. It's obvious he found that fact difficult to accept. The emotions he felt in response were quite genuine and, dare I say, human. If I eliminate the only creation, the perfect creation, I will be the only child Mother needs. This mindset rose out of Durin's instinct to compete and survive, and came to dominate all those around him. Of course, the absorption of Subject 2's knowledge allowed him to make him take a more intelligent approach, accusing me of murder. In the end, however, Durin still lacks sufficient social intelligence. The fact that his army even got this far is a miracle.
Oh, no wonder Venti sensed a child's anger through the wind.
That same feeling. It's close. Oh. We find a boss now? Oh. Phonia. Ah, Miss Phonia. Here to make your report? Oh, it's Durin's spy?
Nothing much to report, actually.
Is that so? During the battle, we were talking about your transfer to the 7th Company. You were in charge of patrols and post-battle reconnaissance this time. How did everything go?
Good. No problems.
I see. If you don't mind me asking, why did you come from that direction, and why are you alone? Did you think we were still meeting at the side gate? There was a change of plans. We sent the message over the wind in the last few minutes of the battle. There were a lot of changes during the operation, but I imagine you missed those as well, because you're under Durin's influence, and you have been since your trip to Dragonspine over 6 months ago. Oh? Don't move. Let's continue this discussion back at headquarters. Don't be scared. I'll find a way to free you from his power soon. Alright. So the battle's done, we kind of won, so let's sound our victories here. Alright. Let's see. Alright, let's keep this going. Alright, the others are looking after Phonia. Please, tell me you can help her. I can, as long as the rest of the operation goes well.
The operation isn't over. What do we do now?
Are we fighting Durin now? What happens next is more of a personal project. I've consulted Venti about the possibility of calling a tripartite conference. Ah, yes, that's a relatively new tradition. Grandmaster Varka came up with the idea a few years ago. I still remember when he approached me about asking the lovely ladies of the Hexenzirkel for a small favor. The chumminess caught me off guard. If I hadn't known any different, I'd have thought he was talking about his older sisters or something.
Older sisters? Is Varka really young or something?
Yeah, we not met Varka yet. I wouldn't exactly call him young, but he's not old either. He's the type to crack a joke at every opportunity, so whatever age that is. Indeed. Anyway, the Tripartite Conference is a gathering of three parties: the Hexen Circle, the Animal Archon, and the joint forces of the Knights and Church of Favonius. Lord Barbados was able to facilitate a meeting between Varka and the mages. Varka has quite a way with words, so he was able to gain their favor and convince them to agree to a very important request. Namely, that in Mondstadt's greatest time of need, the mages would return and lend their aid to our nation. Yes, and now I have a request of my own, so I need the conference to convene once again. Venti, if you would. Of course. Traveler, pass me the Dodo communication device.
Use that thing to call them?
Just watch and learn. Okay, I think this should do it.
What's that ringing? Is it the wind or something?
Hold on, that's not the right voice.
Barbados?
Varka? Grandmaster? Oh, I put in the wrong number. Sorry, Varka, you're probably busy right now.
I'm surrounded on both sides with a group on my tail looking to turn me into mincemeat. Yeah, I'd say so.
Ah, yes. Well, have fun with that. We can talk some other time.
Hey, pass along my regards. Oh, and I still owe you for those drinks, don't I? Just take it from my stash. I keep it in...
All right, let's see if he gets the right number this time.
Hey! He was just about to tell us where to find his secret stash!
Don't tell me he hid it beneath the great tree of Windrise. That seems like a bit much. All right, let's see.
Hello? Who is this?
Oh, is that Alice? Greetings, Miss Alice. It's Venti.
Venti? Nope, it doesn't ring a bell.
You're really gonna tease me like this? Fine. It's Barbados.
Apologies, just a bit of fun. What can I do for you, dear Barbados?
You still remember the Tripartite Conference, right? I'm calling on behalf of a friend. He's asking for a meeting.
Oh? And which brave soul is it this time?
It's me, Aunt Alice. Albedo, captain of the Knights of Favonius investigation team, requests a formal meeting with the Hexen Circle.
And what is your wish, dear Albedo?
I want to accomplish something unprecedented.
How unprecedented? Something
Oh, does he want to, like, bring
your
Deering
mother
back to
granddaughter
life, but in a
never
new body?
accomplished?
In terms of technique, no, but in terms of location and materials, yes. Like, that's my guess. He wants to bring Deering back as, like, an actual person and not a dragon.
Okay, that makes no sense.
You've piqued my interest. I'll be right there.
Oh, we're getting Alice? Be right where? Here? As in this office?
Hello again, everyone.
Wait, what? Hello, Aunt Alice. I see you've turned yourself into a giant Dodoko.
Darling, isn't it? It even has its own hat.
They just don't want to design a model for Alice yet, do they?
Wow, the attention to detail.
Pleasure to see you all again. It's been a while. On behalf of the Hexen Circle, I hereby grant Albedo's request. I'm guessing you still need to prepare? Take your time. Just come find me at the long table when you're ready.
Aw, that's nice of you.
I suppose it's just my nature, darling.
Thank you, Aunt Alice. Before we set out, there's someone you need to meet. Head to my office. He's waiting for you there. Okay, what's going on now? The gardener. It's gonna be like a Durian shard or something?
Hey,
Or let's see.
have you ever wondered why Albedo always keeps his office closed? Paimon bets there's a secret snack stash hidden around here somewhere.
Oh. It's a dragon? Hey, not so loud! Oh, I forgot about Mini Durin, right. I forgot about him from that other quest. Well, actually, I've kind of been helping you guys in secret this whole time. I tried tapping Paimon on the shoulder during the battle, but you floated away too fast. Yeah, I've been in Mondstadt for a few days now, but I've kept myself out of sight. I thought people might be scared of me.
Don't worry. We aren't scared of you.
Thanks!
So, what brings you here? Oh, is it Windbloom? There are a ton of fun games this time of year.
I did sneak off to the festival for a bit. Even though I couldn't play the games because of all the people, I still had a lot of fun. But that's not why I'm here. Albedo and I made a promise to accomplish something great together.
Mean?
I'm gonna replace the Durian on Dragonspine. I'm gonna be the one who is revived and brought into this world.
Didn't that already happen? You left the storybook world, and now you're here.
Sorry. I should have been more specific. Albedo said he can use alchemy to turn me into a human.
What?
Yeah. I had a feeling, yes. Yeah, he's been working on it for a long time.
That's what you want, Mini Durin? To become human?
I don't know if "want" is the right word. I don't even know if there's a right answer in a situation like this. But I do know this. I have just as much of a right to this name. I don't want to lose to the other Durin. Yeah, it's not as simple as changing form. I know. Albedo talked to me about that. He said that Durin on Dragonspine is a lot more aggressive and primitive. Almost like a beast. But Mom created me in a storybook. The pure parts of me can balance out the evil parts of him. If I'm honest, I don't know what that will look like. If I can still be me once I merge with him. Maybe without a complete soul, there was never really a me to begin with. Albedo said these kinds of questions are normal. We're all just trying to figure out who we are. But I'm not afraid of change. I want my life to have meaning, and suppressing an evil dragon, becoming human, both sound pretty meaningful to me. So don't worry, no one is forcing me to make this choice.
Well, turning you into a human sounds like a huge project.
Yeah.
No wonder Albedo wants to get the mage's approval.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm really grateful to him. We're kind of in the same boat, you know? Albedo told me he's the Creative Prince, a synthetic human. And if this works, I'll be one too. We will be the only two of our kind in the whole world. Alchemical creations allowed to live in human form. If all living things are grouped together by species and there's only one other person like me in the world, I guess that makes us family.
Definitely. You
Yeah.
just gotta trust one another. Actually, while we're on the subject, does your friend Hack Guy know about this?
Yeah, I told him I was coming here to fulfill this, duty. He didn't try to stop me, just told me to get a move on then. He didn't say it outright, but I think he supports my decision. Maybe he even thinks it's a good idea to go through with this. I'm a little scared, of course, but excited too. Anyway, I'm really glad I got to talk to you at a time like this. I feel a lot better now, so thanks. Alright. Interesting. So let's go to the location indicated by Alice. That'll be over... Let's see. Where's that location? I guess that's in the library. Oh, a mysterious room. Interesting. Okay, so I need changing my party. we got some stuff here. Just looking through to see. Okay, we got all this stuff at the bay. We got some mail. And actually, you know what? Before we keep going, I am just going to do another poll. I'm going to do a 10 poll before we keep going. Let's do a 10 poll. Well, I'm Escoffier. Yeah, no, 4-star, I kind of figured. Anything worth it? Let's see. Oh.
Hey there, I'm
Aoife.
a Sorrow vet from the Flower Feather Clan.
Nice. I don't think, yeah, I didn't have Aoife before. That's cool. So we got a new character out of that. We got Aoife. And yeah, I don't have enough for 10 poll yet, but what is my history? How far off am I? So we just did, let's see. 40. Okay, but for 55, so still a bit of a ways. Still a bit of a ways, okay. And let's see. We got daily commission rewards. Do I have enough to do one of the other polls, actually? No, I do not. Alright, so let's change up the party. Let's load out. Let's change my loadout a little bit. And who do I want to bring in? I'm just gonna bring in Ayaka here.
A pleasure to be working with.
This should work. Let's just heal up Chaska, and then we'll keep going. There we go.
Welcome, one and all. Please sit wherever you like.
So, no unspoken rules to be aware of? I don't want to unwittingly park myself down on some important lady's chair.
I highly doubt anyone's going to mind where you sit, Lord Barbados. But thank you for being so considerate. Jean didn't fancy tagging along?
A lot happened in the city today. If she left, there really would be no one around to lead the Knights of Favonius.
All right, never mind. I was just hoping to treat her to some tea. So, tell me, Albedo, what is this outrageous and audacious plan of yours that I've been hearing murmurings about?
I'll get right to the point. I intend to kill the evil Durin and Drakenspine.
Oh?
And I'd also like to request some alchemical reagents from the Hexenzirkel.
Which ones? I'm all ears.
First would be the flesh of that immortal monster from the Mari Javari.
Interesting. What else?
The other is a portion of the embryo left by my mother, Rheindacher.
The raw material from which she created her monsters in the past. There's not much of it left. Dragon blood, monster flesh, and embryo. Sounds to me like a formula for creating life.
Correct. Durin's heart has continued to beat ever since the day he died. That means it's just a matter of time before he eventually returns. It could be centuries away or millennia, but the day will come. I've spent years investigating the Dragonspine, so I'm well aware of the danger he poses. He has already posed a considerable threat to Mondstadt at less than half of his original strength. There's no telling how dire the consequences could be if he ever regained his full life force. Hence, if we want to be free of the dangers posed by his blood and limitless vitality, we must find a way to eliminate Durin entirely. Unfortunately, Durin is a special entity. Even after death, he could reawaken at any moment. So the solution is to kill him and then resurrect him in a different form. Upon resurrection, he will no longer be the creature he once was. In fact, he will no longer be a monster at all, because I intend to transform him into a human-like being. During the summer, Klee and I visited a fairy tale world called Simulunka. It was created by mages from the Hexenzirkel, so I'm sure you know of it.
Of course. It was even the home of one of M's children the other Oh, I see.
It was during that journey that I learned with certainty that Durin would return to life one day. That experience inspired me. I met the pure soul M had created, and I knew if I wanted to change Durin's fate, he could be the key. To that end, I devised an alchemical model for the transformation. The soul will come from the fairy tale dragon of Simulanka, the blood from the original dragon's heart, and the monster remnants from the Mari Javari and the embryo mother left behind will form the flesh. The corrosive nature of the dragon venom and the heightened vitality of the monster remnants will offset each other, keeping the constructed body in perfect balance. A powerful side effect can be triggered when festering forces and life energy collide. In an alchemical setting, the results are sure to be nothing short of astounding.
The glint in your eye when you talk about these ideas. You really are your mother's child.
Do you see that as a bad thing, Aunt Alice?
Of course not. To me, you're both extraordinary individuals. I find you fascinating. In any case, now I see why you asked Venti for help. The raw materials you seek are extremely valuable. The misuse of even the tiniest amount could cause unimaginable chaos. That said, we're happy to give you what you need. But there is one condition.
Oh?
You need to prove you can wield them. And so, you must pass the Hexenzirkel's trial.
I understand. I figured something like this might happen. That's why I asked the Traveler to come along. Wait, I'm joining you in this thing? I can think of no better partner for such an endeavor.
So you know our tricks, huh?
Aunt Alice has always loved a spectacle. Any chance to witness friends come together to support one another.
Success means little if you have no one to celebrate it with, no? Although, I'm afraid dear Paimon will have to sit this one out.
Makes sense.
Why?
The Hexenzirkel trials are no walk in the park, my dear. Besides, I already decided on the structure. There's only room for 2 participants, I'm afraid. No more, no less. You understand, don't you, Paimon? Oh, don't be too angry with your dear aunt.
Okay. You can turn off the charm. Paimon will stay behind.
Alright.
Thank you for being so understanding. Then, whenever you two are ready, interact with the chessboard on the table. It will guide you through the trial.
Then let me make a formal request. Will you go through this trial with me? Yeah, let's do this. Are you ready? Yeah, just about.
Then, my dear children, get ready for a taste of the Dodo King's magic.
I'm starting to get a little tired now. Maybe I just need to get another drink of water. But let's see what's going on. Oh, we got shrunk down and we're on a chessboard now. Okay. It's certainly in keeping with the Hexenzirkel modalities. We've been shrunken down to almost chess piece size.
You're so tiny now. Take extra care of yourselves, okay?
What is it? Nothing, it's just Paimon's voice is even louder than usual now I'm this size. She's always so energetic and lively. Nothing can dampen her spirits. Don't worry. You'll be back with her again in no time.
You sound pretty confident, Albedo.
Aunt Alice, I didn't realize you'd be personally conducting the trial.
Well, since your mother has to recuse herself, who better than I to put your abilities to the test?
Alright, let's see.
I have prepared quite a riveting new performance just for you two. See?
I need to get some more to drink. Hold up. And I'm gonna just stop to the washroom for a sec as well. I'm just getting a little tired. Yeah, it's like tiredness just hit me with like a truck all of a sudden. And I want to make sure that I have all my stuff together. Actually, let's move this to while I'm at it. I've got a thing I need to put in the fridge. There we go. That's in the fridge. And let's Hot water. Let's see. I'm just gonna BRB in a sec, I think. Bear with me, I will BRB in like a minute. I want to just pop to the washroom quickly. Alright, we're coming back now. We're coming back and we will get back in on this. So, sit back down. Alright, let's see how this goes.
Defeat them in battle. Prove to me that you have what it takes to
Oh, I'm
achieve
fighting
your
chess
goal.
pieces?
Swashbuckle your way to victory like gallant fairy tale heroes.
Alright, I guess we're fighting a bunch of chess pieces.
Let's fly. Bullseye! Open fire! Bullseye! Yeah!
Overruled. Witness my great undertaking.
Oh.
Let's move out.
One spurs as I miss horse. Ramming speed!
Feel this ancient power.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see. I want to attack me. Okay.
Witness my great undertaking.
This is about to get messy.
Yes, this is more like it.
Moments of birth. Live.
Transfixed. Knock him down.
Moments of birth.
Covenant of the Deep.
Nope, more souls is out. Okay.
Witness my
Or
great
not.
undertaking.
This is where you fall.
Laid bare.
Alright, it almost got the guy beat.
We should present a unit.
Feel this ancient power. Burst forth.
Sakura swirl. Yeah. Ha. Take flight.
Feel this ancient power.
So rude. Whirling snow.
Alright, almost taking this one out.
Transfixed.
Yep, now the king's back.
Feel this ancient.
There we go. We beat this guy. There. Excellent. Trial complete.
Ugh, it had to be this form? A toy really doesn't suit me.
Oh, it's her. This one doesn't seem like Alice.
Well done. But this isn't over. I will now preside over the
Oh, this is
second
Mona's
trial.
master.
Stare straight ahead, and you will see things as they appear.
Yeah, this
But
is Mona's
change your
master, isn't it?
perspective, and you will see them as they are.
I forget what her name is, but yeah. Okay, what's going on now? Okay. You okay? Right, second trial. You fighting these guys again? King and Queen. Oh. Oh, those bosses in Fontaine, isn't it? Yeah, it's,
Trial awaits.
yeah, it looks a lot like those mechs in Fontaine.
Only by turning the world on its head can we see its true colors. So, it begs the question, what do you see on the other side of this chessboard? Pawns earned true freedom the moment they gained legs with which to run. So, in the spirit of Rhine-daughter,
Just don't get stuck in the barrel.
no need to thank me, of course. Just a small gesture of kindness from me, Barbalov's ceremony. Oh, Albedo, you're always so charming and delightful.
Moments of birth. Live!
Oh, crud.
Oh, this is
Crud.
all getting
I
rather
down.
dreary.
Allow me, my darling.
Live!
Ow! A little too toasty.
Moments of birth.
Lake Bear. This is where I fall. Overruled.
Hold on to your hat.
Witness my great undertaking. Live! Come into being.
My power is immense.
Just don't get
Moment
stuck
of
in the
birth.
barrel. And now, a towering return to form!
Moments of birth.
The tidal chorus sings for you.
Ah.
Everlasting as the moon.
Witness my great undertaking.
Alright, we almost got one of them down.
Overruled.
Kamisato art. Sumetsu.
Let us
Queen's
dance,
down.
my dearest.
Hold the line.
Witness my great undertaking.
Oops! I thought I had it memorized. The curtain call has arrived.
Laid bare.
Moments of birth.
Oh well, Purge just came nice. Okay. Let's see.
Yes, very well done.
We did it! Yeah! Is there a
they've
third
grown
trial?
up so fast. I'm so proud.
Really? Well then, I'll leave you to debrief the others about today's events.
Huh? You're leaving already?
You did marvelously today. I'm thrilled for both of you. And should you feel the need to gloat profusely to that student of mine so she knows to up her
Yep.
game, be my guest.
Yeah, it's Mona's master.
Lovely tea party. But that'll do me for now. Until next time, my dearies.
You're just going to up and leave? Barbie? You'll have to forgive Barbalov. She's always on the move. And she never says where she's going either. I think she enjoys the mystique.
Interesting.
But if I had to guess, she's probably going for a walk. She's a very health-conscious individual. Barbie was satisfied with your victory, and so am I. Congratulations to you both. You can come back now. Oh, whoops. I need to turn you back to normal first, don't I?
All right, there we go.
You're finally back! Great job! You made it all look so easy!
Nice to have you back safe and sound. Now time to relax and switch off. You've earned it.
All right. Thank you. Oh, good to beat the trial. Once you've rested up, let me know when you're free and we'll head to Dragonspine.
To deal with the Dragon of Dragonspine, right?
Yep. Indeed. The sooner we deal with Durin, the better. Alright, let's do this. Let's head over there. Let's head over to where the heart is. Alright, so we got a heart. It's beaten right over here. And it is... right, it's down this way. So let's head down.
Yep, this place is as freezing as ever. Paimon's hands are turning to ice.
Want to climb into my hood?
You sure? Is it warm in there?
It should take the edge off and might improve your mood. Okay. Let's see. Alright, so here we go. There's the heart. There is Durin's heart. So let's do stuff. Alright, let's see how this goes. We've arrived. Sorry, Paimon. I have to get to work
Still
now.
beating away after all this time.
Yep. Leave it to me. You two, stay on guard.
May Paimon ask a question?
You may.
Who is Durin to you? Do you think of him as one of your kind? And is he a dragon, person, animal, or monster?
Yeah, good question, Paimon. From an alchemical perspective, we're both artificial creations. But biologically speaking, we have no relation whatsoever. So to say we are kin would be categorically incorrect.
Sounds like you prefer humans to dragons then.
It's not so much a matter of preference. Rather, as things stand, I would say I belong to the class of human, albeit a unique category thereof. But then again, most forms of life in this world possess some unique traits. I am perhaps the most unique among humans in that I'm the only one of my kind. But soon, there will be another just like me, assuming this alchemical project proves successful. I believe Mini Durin already told you of his intent to replace the Durin of Dragonspine. After my conversation with him, he also expressed a strong interest in becoming human. It's a fascinating prospect, not to mention an extremely challenging one, but I understand why he came to that decision. He has this an act of creation? Well, understood in the broadest sense, this project deals with both the past and the future, and stands to profoundly impact many lives. That, primarily, is what makes it worthwhile. Helping Mini Durin become who he wants to be is a secondary consideration, though still a meaningful one. By contrast, my personal motivations are nothing so grand or meaningful. I'm just pursuing something I believe in. In my view, to cultivate life which the world cannot generate endogenously, is to cultivate the world itself. Whatever aids life in attaining a greater level of perfection, improves the world by doing so. It is not a question of whether this ought to be done or not, merely whether I wish to. The alchemical enterprise is concerned with the deciphering and comprehending all forms of knowledge. That is the path I walk. Of course, that's not to say that this is just a science experiment to me. Anything that affects Mondstadt I approach first and foremost as a member of the Knights of Favonius. Does that answer your question satisfactorily? Yep. Finished. Alright.
Looks like a golden energy has encased the dragon's heart.
The whole heart would be too big. I don't need that much. Instead, I've just removed the core. The rest will soon lose its vitality completely. This time, Durian's body should finally die for good.
Wait, but in that case, what's gonna happen to the fake Hertha? And what about the people who fell under Durin's influence?
The Knights will keep an eye on them, but as far as I'm concerned, eliminating Durian's influence on the citizenry and creating a new Durian through alchemy are one and the same thing. Armed with his heart, I'll be able to complete the alchemical array and deal with all these issues in one go. Alright, so let's go back to Mondstadt. Let's see. Let's call it a day here. Thank you for accompanying me.
Pleasure. We sure learned a lot.
Mondstadt's a lively place during the Windbloom Festival. You should take a look around and pick out some nice souvenirs for yourselves.
Oh yeah, the festival! Wonder who the Windbloom star is gonna be this time. Well, we've been too busy dealing with this situation the entire time. Who else would be free to work during the Windbloom Festival?
I'm sure we'll find out on the day of. Alright. Okay, wait until 2 days later. I had a feeling it was going to be something like that. Alright, I'm going to just... Yeah, let's do the 2 days later. Let's go through here for a sec. And then we're going to go in, we're going to skip ahead. Let's skip ahead 2 days and see what happens. Alright, that's 1 day. Time for 2. Alright, that's 2 days.
The
Alright,
Windbloom
let's go to the
Festival is
plaza.
about to begin! Let's go check it out!
Alright, let's go.
Rest and rebuild!
Take me up!
Alright, let's head up to the plaza.
Let's fly!
Let's head up here and head back to the story mode. I think we're almost done this, so let's see. Probably like a final cutscene or something. As you all know, During this year's Windbloom Festival, the people of Mondstadt have banded together to defeat several waves of monsters that tried to invade our city. Accordingly, we would like to award the title of Windbloom Star to someone who made an outstanding contribution to the defense operation. This is someone who may not look like a strong warrior, but whose keen insights played a vital role in gaining control over the conflict. His words and songs always have a way of lifting people's spirits, and they were a great support to us all. Oh, Venti, nice. Let us give a round of applause to this year's Windbloom Star, Venti the Bard.
Amazing! Venti!
Huh? No way. You're really gonna pick me? Why not? You're the perfect person for the job. Alright. Does that mean I get unlimited free drinks at the tavern? I'm sure they'll be more than happy to support this year's Windbloom Star. If you'd like, you can even take a drink while you give your acceptance speech to the crowd. In that case, let me swap out the speech for a song. Everyone, the best bard in the land is about to begin his performance, so don't go away. Gather round and lend me your ears. And that's probably the end of the cutscene. Oh no, it's not. But we're not going to get any lyrics in English, because Venti's actor's not here. Yeah, there's Albedo. He's doing his own little thing, and I hereby exercise the prayer of formation. Ah, he's making his little dude. Let's see how this comes out. I'm very curious to see how this looks. Nice. Giant transmutation circle is go. Ubiquitous earth, flowing water, refining fire, fortifying wind. Traverse the 18th worldly and 20th passage. Emergent soul, enter the mortal realm. Elevate festering flesh to sacred blood and bone. O sages, witness my grand endeavor. Well, let's see what he looks like now. Is he going to be a playable character eventually? How was it? Not bad, right? Oh, dragon person, cool. Cool. Alright, I guess we're gonna get a coda now.
Albedo, how did everything go?
Very smoothly, I'd say. We achieved our goal.
Really? So Mini Durin looks like a human now?
Correct. However, his newly formed body is still stabilizing. We should give him some time, and we should give the artist some time to come up with an overcomplicated outfit design for him. Incredible work, Albedo. I graciously accept the compliment. It really is rather remarkable what we've accomplished.
So, how do you feel right now?
Quite good. I did what I set out to do, and achieved a personal goal. I think even she would have made a rare facial expression had she seen it. His mother. My master and mother, Gold Rheindotter. A long time ago, she sent me to Mondstadt with the instruction to complete a task of monumental importance, to find the truth of the world. I had a theory about what she meant, and, in time, I was able to cooperate it. Sure enough, finding the truth of the world basically stood for getting a life. That might be easy for most people, but for someone like me, it meant doing a lot of learning about a lot of things. I had to find out about myself and the world around me, get to know me and get to know other people. Life is the space that exists between me and the world. To become truly human, I had to inhabit that space. So, for an artificial human, finding a life is, in some sense, equivalent to finding the truth of the
So
world.
that's what she meant, huh? Well, no wonder those monsters wanted to infiltrate the city and replace you. They wanted your life for themselves.
Being alive is just existing, but having a life is what makes you truly human. I think that's the message she wanted to get across to me. Still, I've found this whole series of events has given me new inspiration. Becoming human is only the beginning. What follows is the choice a human has to make in life, as well as the kinds of family bonds they will form. Most people would probably see the events the last few days as something out of a nightmare, but for me, it's just part of my family life. I fear that the carefree existence my brother has enjoyed this far will now come to an end. Just like me, he will have to step into the world and face the same constraints as everyone
You've got an
else.
unusual family, that's for sure.
Well, I suppose we get it from our mother. She's highly unusual. There are all kinds of families in the world. Some base their life command around the family store, others around the farm. In my family, I suppose we tend to the flower beds. And now, I'm a gardener too. As long as it feels like you gain something. Master never showed her face, but if the Hexenzirkel knows what I've done, that means she knows as well and gave her approval. Since devouring Niberius, it would seem she has finally found a modicum of peace. And if so, then I am truly happy for her. She didn't always have a penchant for madness,
Devouring Niberius? What's Niberius?
It's the name of the ruler of life.
What?
Let's see. Aunt Alice told me about it not too long ago, but it came as no surprise. I knew Master would do it sooner or later. As for the ruler of life, all I truly know is this. Niberius is not gone. Instead, because of Master's actions, she and Niberius are now one. In any case, thank you so much for your help during this weekend and for choosing to stand by your side throughout it all.
Of course. That's what friends are for.
Alright, let's see. Paimon took the words out of my mouth. Hearing you say that means more than I can say. Yeah, I'm starting to get a bit tired. I'll make sure to pass along the sentiment when I report back to Master
So
Jean.
you're heading back to headquarters? Well, good luck with the report.
Thank you. I'll get going.
Wow, this Windbloom Festival turned out to be a special one. It feels like we really made a difference. Oh, Paimon almost forgot. If the Windbloom star has already been chosen, what is this year's Windbloom gonna be?
Let's see. Want to take a guess?
Hey, you're back.
Well, I couldn't keep my two-tier friends in the dark about this year's Windbloom now, could I? What do you think of the Cecilia? The true feelings of a prodigal son. A sentiment as sweet and warm as a gentle spring breeze. Perfect for the season. Traveler, give me your hand. The mages are very pleased that you and Albedo managed to pass their trial. Albedo received the materials he sought, so you deserve something in return as well. The Hexenzirkel wants you to have this. It contains something entirely one of a kind, a secret of sorts. When the time is right, it will reveal yourself to you. So no need to open it right away.
A gift and a mystery all in one! The mages sure love their secret.
According to the sender, you're probably the only person who can make use of something like this. So I suppose it belongs with you. Yeah, thanks. Oh well, all I did was deliver it. Although I did go to great lengths during this whole ordeal. I suppose a reward for my efforts wouldn't be out of the question.
You've helped a lot, Venti. How about we treat you to a drink?
Really? I'll hold you to that, you know. No going back on your word.
Dad! Let's go to the tavern right now!
Ha! Music to my ears. I'm so happy I could fly. It's like this festival was made for me or something. When no love remains for the songs to tell, the world becomes naught but an empty shell. Let's see. Cruel is said fate, cruel it may be, were it not for a hero who could set us all free. Let's see. Thus wistfulness waned and faded into night, as he stepped forward and from the darkness and into the light. Alright, quest is done. That was fun. That was a fun little interlude. Let's see. What do we got left to do? What do we got here? We got a new world quest here in Fontaine. We got a bunch of stuff. We got the Lynette stuff to finish up. We've got that new story quest. We got the new Escoffier story quest. What do we got in here? Downforce simulation, the event, Whirling Waltz. I need to do this still. Treasure above all. And let's see. So yeah, I'm still keeping with the general pattern of stuff. But yeah, honestly, I'm starting to feel a little bit drowsy, so I'm gonna probably end it here.
I'd have lost myself long ago.
This is a good breaking
if I allowed
point.
myself to be led by the whispers of the abyss.
Let's see who we can raid into.
Surviving is tough, but taming the beast within is tougher.
Let's see who is going right now. Bunch of people doing art. Bunch of people doing art here. What else we here? A lot of people have been going for a bit. Let's see if there's anyone in similar, smaller size I can do even. There's. Let's see. Someone's. I'm just looking for stuff here. This person here's doing some stuff here. Let's see how this goes.
When you lose your way,
Let's check out this
gaining
person's
some altitude can bring some perspective.
Yeah, let's raid into this person here, Putaloma, who is they're doing some more Genshin as well. And it looks like they are they're doing some older raids, some older events there that I finished because they're voiced. So let's go in there. Let's go raid them. Alright, so okay, is it letting me raid them? Actually, I'm not sure if it's actually gonna let me raid or not. I don't think they have raids turned. I don't think they have their raids enabled, so I guess we're not raiding this person. Let's see. Because it's not letting me raid in. Weird. Okay, so let's try raiding someone else here. This person's doing stuff too. And they're okay. Let's try raiding this person instead. Let's try raiding this Keith Kataria streamer. So let's go in there, and I'm gonna bring up my end of stream scene here. Let's see. So yeah, we're gonna be back tomorrow. We're gonna be back at like 8 my time there with some Hoyoverse. And then Thursday we're doing more Hoyoverse. It's gonna be a mix of Genshin and Star Rail stuff. Realistically speaking, I've got a lot to do. And then yeah, after that we're gonna be doing some toy unboxing on Saturday. That's gonna be fun. We got a couple of combiner helicopters to do, so that'll be great. So yeah, thank you everybody who came in. Thank you everyone who came in with a raid. Have yourselves a fantastic night. Have a great rest. And this is gonna be Techno signing off until next time, I guess. Yeah. Let's just open up the window here. Until next time, everyone. As soon as this ad finishes playing for this person, I'm just waiting for the ad I'm just waiting for this ad to finish here on like having opened their thing there so that it, yeah. Yeah, I just need this ad to finish and then we will raid in. All right, until next time, people.